kingdom of Murtana, united by King Robar II. During the long years of his reign, he was able to defeat all foes of his realm. All except one. The war against the orcs took its toll, and the prisoners of the realm were to pay the price. The king needed swords for his army, and every man guilty of a crime, no matter how insignificant, was forced to work in the ore mines of Khorinis. To make it impossible for them to escape, the king sent out the best magicians of the kingdom to create a magic barrier around the entire valley. I was one of them. Something disturbed the delicate structure of magic. We were trapped inside our own barrier. 1 second of negligence was enough for the prisoners. Khorinis was now under the control of the convicts. The king had no choice. He had to negotiate. He needed the ore. Month after month, the king supplied everything the prisoners needed. Month after month, they brought the ore to the edge of the barrier in exchange. Until the present day, another convict was brought to the cliff. He did not know, but he would change everything.
In the name of King Robar II, bearer of the scepter of Verant, I sentence this convict to...
Stop! Convict, I've got an offer to make you. This letter must reach the leader of the Magicians of Fire.
You're wasting your time.
You may choose your own reward. They'll give you anything you ask for.
Very well, I'll take your letter. On one condition. Spare me the rest of his nonsense.
How dare you!
Keep silent. Right, send him in.
Welcome to the colony.
That's enough. Leave him alone. And now scram! Get up. I'm Diego. I'm not interested in who you are. You've just arrived. I look after the new arrivals. That's all for now. If you plan to stay alive for a while, you should talk to me. But of course, I won't keep you from choosing your own destruction. Well, what do you think?
Okay, what do I need to know about this place?
We call it the colony. You'll know already that we produce ore for the king. Well, at least we do, in the old camp. There are 3 camps within the barrier. The old camp is the biggest, and it was the first.
How do I get to the old camp?
You just follow this path. The old camp is the next reasonably safe-looking place you'll come across. There are a lot of wild beasts between the camps. You'd be mad to walk around without a weapon.
Where do I get a weapon?
When you get to the old mine, have a look around. I'm sure you'll find something useful. The mine is easy to find. It's just a few meters along the canyon.
Why did you help me?
Because you needed help. Otherwise, Bullet and his boys might have killed you. And I couldn't just stand by and watch, because I came all this way to make a suggestion.
A suggestion?
Yes. After this little incident with Bullet and his guys, you should be aware now that you need protection. Everyone who arrives here has a choice. There are 3 camps in the colony, and you'll have to join one of them. I'm here to show the new ones that the old camp is the best place for them.
Where's Bullet now?
He and the others bring the goods from the outside world into the camp. You'll find him there, but if you plan to fight him, be careful. He's an experienced warrior.
I have a letter for the High Magician of the Circle of Fire.
Really?
I was given it by a mage shortly before they threw me in here.
You're lucky I can't afford to show my face around the mages anymore. Anyone else would gladly slit your throat for that letter. That's because the mages pay their couriers a lot, and most people here don't have anything. If I were you, I'd shut up until I met one of the mages. Although in your situation, that's not likely to happen.
Why not?
The mages are in the castle in the old camp. Only Gomez's people are allowed to enter the castle.
Who's Gomez?
Gomez is the most powerful ore baron. He's the boss of the old camp, the most powerful man in the colony.
Let's assume I want to join his people. What do I need to do?
At the gate of the castle, you'll find a man called Thoris. Tell him Diego sent you.
Thanks for your help.
We'll meet in the old camp.
What are you doing here?
Making sure no one gets near the exchange place, especially one of those cutthroats from the new camp. You're the new guy they chucked in today, right?
That's me.
Then you'd better watch out for the guys from the new camp. I work for the old camp, same as the others you saw at the exchange place. I assume you've talked to Diego.
Yes, I have.
Good. Then you know what's what around here.
Why do I have to watch out for the guys from the new camp?
Compared to the new camp, the old camp's a quiet, peaceful sort of place. The new camp doesn't get any deliveries from the outside world. Most of the rogues there just steal whatever they need.
And the old camp?
The ore barons have everything under control. Next in line to them are the guards, followed by the shadows. The diggers are the lowest. Everyone who arrives here starts out as a digger. If you want to become something better than that, you'll have to get accepted as a shadow first.
When I was washed ashore, one of the guys punched me in the face.
They do that to all the newcomers. They call it standing godfather.
Oh, are all the guys like that in the old camp?
We do have a few suckers, but they won't touch you as long as you pay them protection money.
I saw a woman being sent down with the goods.
Yeah, the ore barons get everything they want.
Do you mean to say the king exchanges women for ore?
They're convicted criminals too, of course. But if Gomez hadn't asked for them, they'd be sitting in some dungeon or other. I'm not sure what's worse.
I'm looking for a weapon.
There should be some old weapons by the derelict mine, further down the canyon. But don't go and start a war with nothing but a rusty pickaxe for a weapon. Those things are slow and heavy. An inexperienced fighter should never use one of them, unless it's an emergency. You'd better make sure you reach the old camp in one piece.
How's it going?
Good. None of the rogues from the new camp are to be seen anywhere. Hey, you.
What do you want?
I want to warn you. If you continue this way, you'll be entering our hunting ground.
What do you hunt?
Mostly scavengers. There's a lot of meat on them. Besides, it ain't too hard to get them, once you know how.
Really? How's that?
Ask my friend Drax here. He knows more about these things than anyone.
Why is this area so dangerous?
You've just arrived, haven't you? There are different areas in this colony which are all more or less dangerous. The paths between the camps are quite safe, but even there you might come across some wolves which look on you as easy prey. And that's exactly what you are until you get a proper weapon and armor.
Where can I get better equipment?
The nearest place is that old camp. Just follow the path that brought you here. But you can get the stuff cheaper in our new camp, provided you know the right people. If you go to the old camp, ask for Mordrag. He's one of us. For just a little ore, he'll sell you the proper goods.
Tell me more about the areas of the colony.
If you travel between the camps, you'll need a map to distinguish paths and dead ends. Dead ends often lead you to dangerous canyons where you encounter creatures you'd better avoid. Do not enter the old ruins. There are too many around here, and most of them are old fortifications dating back to the time of the First Orc War. Some are abandoned orc dwellings. There are often orcs in those ruins, or even worse creatures. I'd avoid those places, especially at night. And one more hint, don't go into the forest.
Where do I get a map?
Ask the people in the old camp. There's a cartographer living there. Maybe you can steal one of his maps. If you manage to do it, take one from me as well.
Why? Doesn't he sell the maps?
If you get enough ore to pay for them.
Thanks for your help.
Don't go thinking everyone's gonna be so friendly, kid. There may not be much in a newcomer's pockets, but some folks would even beat you up for a pickaxe.
I'll keep it in mind. You're hunting, aren't you?
Looks like it. What do you want?
Do you have some hints for the hunt?
I could teach you a few things, but everything has its price.
Which would be how much?
A good gulp of beer will do, to start with. Then we'll see.
Here you are. Take a beer and tell me about hunting.
Scavengers. That's what we call the big birds. Should be attacked one after the other. It's easy to lure single scavengers from the pack. If you come too close, they'll become irritated. After a while, they'll storm in your direction. At this point, you should be waiting for them with a raised weapon. If you manage to strike the beast before it hits you, you have to keep fighting. Then you'll be able to defeat the creature without being hurt yourself. If it hits you first, well, just don't let him.
What else can you tell me about hunting?
A lot, but it'll cost you more than a beer. If you know how, you can take the creature's teeth, claws, and skin. It's hard to get them, but they are valuable. At least every merchant will trade those things with you.
Hi, I'm new here.
How nice for you.
Is that the old camp over there?
No, that's the new camp. The old camp is underneath the bridge.
What are you doing here?
What's it look like? Regarding the bridge, of course. We make sure that no beasts cross the bridge.
Have you got any advice for me?
Yeah, don't go in the forest on your own. Unless you're strong enough to fight off all the beasts. Make sure you get to the old camp. They're holding a pickaxe for you.
Where do you think you're going?
To the camp.
You ain't come to make trouble, have you?
Diego says I'm to meet him in the camp.
Okay, in you go then.
Any news?
Nah, everything's the same as ever.
What do you do all day?
I make sure no one gets in if Gomez don't want them to. So don't make trouble when you're inside or you won't be going nowhere.
Tell me something about the old camp.
It's the biggest and most powerful of the three camps. Gomez and his guys control the camp and thereby the whole ore trade. Once a month, the king sends us everything we need. We've got the old guy in our grip, you understand? He sends us wine, bread, meat, weapons, everything. You can also get some of it. All you have to do is join Gomez's people.
What about the two other camps?
The two other camps split up to pursue their crazy escape plans. There's the new camp in the west of the colony, where the mages think they can just detonate the barrier as soon as they've scraped enough ore together. And then there's the sect loonies in the east. Their camp is in the middle of the swamp, and they're praying to their idol to set them free. He hasn't responded so far. If I were you, I wouldn't waste my time on those madcaps.
Tell me more about the barrier.
There isn't much to tell. It's impenetrable.
What happens if I just walk out of here?
The last one who tried that reached the other side a dead man. This damn barrier lets you in, but you'll never get out of here.
If there's a way out, I'll find it.
You're already in a rush to get out of here? But you've only just arrived.
You don't look as though you'd just let anyone get into the castle.
Only Gomez's men are allowed in the castle.
I want to work for Gomez.
Oh, yeah? And what makes you think Gomez will be interested in having you work for him?
Diego says you decide who Gomez is interested in.
Huh? If Diego thinks you're okay, why doesn't he take care of you? Look, let me explain. Diego's gonna test you. If he thinks you're good enough, I'll let you into the castle to see Gomez. Whatever happens after that is up to you, okay?
I'll talk to Diego. Why don't you give me the test?
It ain't that easy, kid. Any newcomer who wants to get anywhere needs a patron. That patron has to be one of Gomez's people. He'll test you, and if you fail, you're his responsibility. That's the law around here.
There must be something you want done.
No, the things we guards deal with are a bit above you, kid. You just stick to the tasks your patron sets for you.
I'm quite capable of doing anything you tell me to.
Oh, so you're intent on failing, eh? There is one thing that only someone who's not with Gomez can see to. But I'm warning you, you blow this and you'll be in mighty big trouble.
I'm ready for your task.
What I'm about to tell you is between you and me, and nobody else must ever hear about it. Understood?
Sure.
We have a problem with a guy from the new camp. His name's Mordrag. He's been stealing from the ore barons. Of course, that applies to a lot of the rogues in the new camp. But this guy has the nerve to come to our camp and sell our stolen goods to our boys. He's gone too far. But he knows I can't do anything about it.
Why?
Because he's under the protection of the mages.
Sounds to me like the mages are your problem.
Yeah, but they're a problem that's hard to solve. A few years back, one of the shadows tried to stab the High Magician of the Circle of Fire while he was sleeping. They found him later in the Outer Ring. In fact, he was scattered all over the Outer Ring.
Why do the mages protect that Mordrag?
Because they use him as a gopher. Our local mages are in contact with the mages over in the new camp. They often send gophers back and forth. They're likely to become very unpleasant if I throw one of their gophers out of the camp or have him killed.
What about me? What do you think the mages will do to me?
You're new here. You'll be okay. But I'm responsible for what my boys do. That's why it's vital that you keep your mouth shut.
Where can I find Mordrag?
You'll find him at the south gate on the other side of the castle, just beyond the entrance. The bastard wouldn't dare come any further into the camp.
Do you want me to kill the guy?
I want you to make sure I never see his face around here again. I don't care how you do it.
I'll take care of it. I've talked to Thoris.
And what did he say?
He says that I can join the old camp if you think that I'm good enough.
Looks like I have myself a new job.
Do we start right now?
First, there are a few things you should know.
What do I have to know to be accepted in the old camp?
If you want to join the camp, you'll have to earn some brownie points. There are a few influential people in the Outer Ring. Most of them are shadows. If you manage to impress them, it'll earn you a few brownie points. Then you'll have to stand the test of faith. Besides, there are a lot of skills every new arrival has to learn. The more you learn, the more valuable you'll be for us.
Where do I find the important people?
Well, you're looking at one of them. Then there's Thoris. You already know him. As for the others, you'll have to find that out by yourself. If you don't manage to do that, you don't belong here anyway. Just go through the Outer Ring and talk to people. Then you'll find out who's important.
What's the test of faith?
You have to go to the old mine. There you'll meet a guy called Ian. He'll give you a list. This list is important. It contains all the items the guys in the mine need from us. They'll get the stuff with the next convoy.
No problem.
Yes, there is a problem. The new camp must not get that list. Like I said, the list is important. If you do it right, you'll get much further.
If the list is so important, why should Ian give it to me?
Because you're going to tell him Diego sent you.
I'll tell him. Where can I find the old mine?
Go to Graham. He's a cartographer. Tell him that I sent you and that you need a map. It'll show you the way to the mine. He lives to the left of the north gate.
Hey man, new here? I haven't seen you before. I'll join you for a while if you don't mind. I'm sure you'll need a friend.
Get lost.
You're not in a good mood today, are you? I better come with you.
How's things?
Not bad. If you can cook well, you have many friends here. Would you like some of my rice stew?
Thanks.
You could do me a favor.
What can I do for you?
You must be used to good food. I have a new recipe. Meat bug ragu a la snaff with rice and mushrooms. You can have as much as you want, but I still need 3 meat bugs and some hell mushrooms. 5 should be enough.
Sounds good.
Then go and see you get me the things. The last one I sent just hasn't come back. Must have deserted to the new camp.
Where can I find meat bugs?
Everywhere where there's garbage laying around. You should be able to find some at the deserted huts near the castle wall. Don't get confused by their ugly looks. Once cooked, they are tasty.
Where can I find hell mushrooms?
If you leave through the south gate, that's the collapsed tower. You'll see a plain directly in front of you. There's mushrooms growing there.
Who was the guy you sent before me?
His name was Neck. He was pretty discontented here. I think he's in the new camp now. I sent him to collect mushrooms, but he didn't come back.
Tell me, where are we going? Or is it supposed to be a surprise? I like surprises.
Ah, a fight!
Hey, you!
Are you talking to me?
I'm warning you, people like you can get into trouble awfully quick round here. And most of the guys they chuck in here are bastards. They think they can do what they like to you, but we won't allow that. Gomez wants some peace in the camp, and we guards make sure he gets it. But it's a job that doesn't come cheap. That's why I'm asking you for some ore. Look on it as a kind of token of friendship. You help us, and we'll help you. If you get in trouble, we'll be there for you.
Is that a threat?
On the contrary, it's an offer of friendship.
You mean you want me to pay protection money? No thanks. I can take care of myself.
Have it your own way, kid. You'll soon regret turning down a friendly offer.
See ya.
Take care of yourself, kid.
I'm new here. Who are you?
I am Baal Taran of the Brotherhood of the Sleeper.
What is the Brotherhood of the Sleeper?
We're a community of believers in a new faith. Our camp is situated in the east, in the swamp. I've come to preach the words of the Sleeper to strangers like you.
Who is the Sleeper?
The Sleeper is our Redeemer. He disclosed himself 5 years ago through Iberian, our master. Since then, we have renounced the 3 gods. And you should do so as well. The gods just stood by and watched while we were exiled to this prison. But the Sleeper will lead us to freedom.
How do I get to the Brotherhood's camp?
I'm busy, but Baal Parvez should be somewhere in this camp as well. He's near the marketplace, on the other side of the castle. I believe he's even got his own hut there.
Tell me about the Sleeper's teachings.
The Sleeper is a powerful being, maybe even more powerful than Innos, the god of light. He is with us in spirit, but his power is still limited. He has been sleeping for 1,000 years, but now the moment of his awakening is near. He has chosen us to be witnesses to his awakening and to spread his word. So listen, all those who join the Sleeper will have immortal souls, but those who are against him will be punished. But the Sleeper is compassionate and sends proof of his might to all who doubt him.
How does your God prove his might?
He speaks to us through visions. Whoever hears his voice no longer doubts his might. If you take the weed which grows in the swamp, you will be close to the Sleeper and able to hear him. Some people even see images.
I see. What will the way to freedom look like?
We are preparing a great invocation of the Sleeper, in which all novices create the contact together. In this invocation, the Sleeper will reveal the path to freedom.
I need to get into the castle. Can you help me?
I fear I cannot, brother. The only ones among us who may enter the castle are those who supply the weed to Gomez. We gather swamp weed and sell part of it to the old camp in exchange for goods from the outside world. If you were one of the couriers working for Kor Kalom, you could get into the castle. But for that, you would need to be one of us. What do you want to do in the castle anyway?
I want to meet somebody there.
Do you? Who? And why don't you just wait until he comes out?
That's none of your business.
Fine, man. I just wanted to help.
New here, are you? I don't know your face. I'm Sly. I have a job on offer for a newcomer.
You have a job for me? What is it?
One of our guards has disappeared. He's called Neck. He might have gone over to the new camp. You're new here, and you'll get around quite a lot, so keep your eyes peeled. If you find him, I'll speak up for you in the camp.
I'll see if I can find him.
If you meet Fletcher, ask him about Neck. He's taken over his district since Neck disappeared.
Where will I find him?
His district is the district of the arena.
Hey, you!
If you want to get rid of your protection money, you've picked the wrong day.
Yeah? Why's that?
'Cause I'm not here!
Oh? Where are you then?
I'm actually at the castle, sitting by the big campfire, drinking a mug of beer.
Then how come I'm talking to you?
Nick's vanished. This district is usually his responsibility, and until he reappears, Thoris has ordered me to guard it.
Do you know where Nex got to?
No, and I'm not likely to find out. If anything, the diggers in this district might know something, but diggers don't talk to guards. Especially not now they know I hate this filthy work. I bet they're laughing behind my back.
Why don't you just collect some more protection money?
Nick did his rounds before he disappeared. There's not much left to collect now.
How often have I told you bastards not to run through my hut?
What's your problem?
Leave me alone, man. Everyone's a problem with me. It all started when I built my hut. Don't build your hut close to the ditch, they said. But none of these bastards told me what would happen if I still did it. When I came back from the mine a few days ago, I had a second door. Those pigs, I hate them. I can't tell you how much I hate them. Now everybody runs through my hut. Every idiot.
Hi, I'm new here.
What do you want from me?
I want to become one of you. I want to join the camp.
Looking for people to support you, eh? If you want me to have a word with Diego about you, you need to do me a favor.
What kind of favor do you want?
I want one of Fisk's weapons. He's one of the traders at the marketplace. You won't sell it to me. It's a broadsword with ornaments. I'll give you 100 ore to collect the weapon for me, but don't tell him about me.
Why won't he sell the weapon to you anymore?
We had a little argument.
And?
And that's all you need to know.
Did you ever consider that I might just run off with the ore?
Don't forget, the colony is small. If you run off with my ore, I'll find you.
Okay, give me the 100 ore nuggets. I'll get the thing.
Here you go. Come straight back to me.
I'd like to buy a sword, but not just a simple one. I'd like something more ornamental.
I have one you'll like. The shadow who wanted to collect it won't be coming anymore. That'll be 110 ore. Interested?
Yes, I'll take it.
You got a good deal here.
I have your sword.
Wasn't too hard, was it? Whatever. You do me a favor and I'll do you one. If Diego should ask after you, I'll speak in your favor. Until then, have a good time.
Hey, you! I trade in swamp weed and potions from the sect camp. Do you want something?
What is swamp weed?
New here, are ya? You can smoke it. Very relaxing for most of us.
I want to join the camp. I want to become a shadow.
Oh, you're looking for a chance to prove your worth? Good. You can do me a favor. If you do it well, I'll speak up for you in front of Diego.
What is it?
In the sect camp, there's a man called Kalam, quite a big shot. One of the gurus of the sect. Kalam is an alchemist. He has the recipe for an effective healing potion. I'd like to buy the recipe off him. Then I can produce it myself. But nobody can get near Kalam.
And what do you expect me to do?
The sect loonies are looking for new people all the time. You're new here. Just pretend you want to be recruited. Kalam is one of the gurus. That means he checks the new candidates. If you get in touch with him, try to get the recipe. Whether you want to pay for it or you don't. I don't care.
Sounds like a difficult business. How much is in it for me?
At some point, Diego will ask me if you're suitable for us. Just guess what my answer will depend on.
Maybe I'll have to pay for the recipe. Give me 50 ore as an advance payment.
Forget it.
No ore, no recipe.
Well then, we can talk about the ore as soon as you have the recipe.
No, I want to see ore right now or you can get your recipe yourself.
There's enough other newcomers. I think I should give the job to one of them.
Okay, let's just forget about the whole thing.
Not so fast. I just wanted to know how far you'd go. 50 ore is quite a lot for a newcomer, don't you think?
That sounds better.
Okay, I've just got 50 ore nuggets spare here. Don't let me down, kid.
Where is the sect camp?
Leave the camp through the south exit, then head eastwards. You'd better take a map. I got one here for 50 ore.
The south exit is the collapsed tower, isn't it?
Exactly.
Hi, I'm new here. How's things?
Go away.
I've been working my ass off in the mines for the last 2 weeks. And what for? Some sad lumps of ore is all I got. I had to spend most of it on food. I talked to Ball Parvis down there. He told me some interesting things about the sect camp. I think I'd better go there instead of slaving away for Gomez.
You don't like it here? Why don't you just go then?
Because I'm not quite sure what to expect there. I had a pal here. His name was Melvin. He headed off to the sect camp a week ago. But since then, I haven't heard of him. And as long as I don't get a message from him, I'll stay here.
Ah, new face.
What do you want?
I want to offer you help. You're new here and the new ones always get into trouble. You could save yourself a lot by making a small donation. Just 10 ore, man. It ain't much to ask.
And what do I get out of it?
While you're in my district, I'll protect you. If you get into any trouble with the guys from the new camp, or if one of the sect loonies gets on your nerves, you can count on me. If you have bother with one of the diggers, we'll help whichever one of you has paid. It's as simple as that.
And what if both have paid?
Then we sit back and watch the show, but that don't happen too often.
What if I don't pay?
Hey man, don't stress yourself. You're a newcomer. Take a look around, collect a bit of ore, and when you're ready to pay, then pay. You can do it anytime, but don't count on my help until you've made your contribution to my expenses. I'm sure you'll understand.
I'll see you later.
Just you take care of yourself.
The sleeper be with you, stranger. I'm here to guide you onto the right path.
And which is the right path?
The path of the sleeper. He alone has the power to set us free. The gurus are preparing a great invocation in our camp. They want to get in contact with the sleeper. So far, he's just talked to us in visions. But now, it's time to get in touch with him. We'll need as many supporters as possible for that. By focusing our spiritual power, we'll get through to him. Our camp is some distance away, in the swamp. I can take you there, though, if you want.
What would be the benefit of joining you?
Maybe you're one of the chosen people who received the gift of magic from the sleeper. Or you might obtain the highest honors and become a Templar. Only the best fighters among us can obtain that position. If the sleeper is with you, you can even combine both. The best of the Templars receive the gift of magic as well. You see, our Brotherhood has a lot of possibilities for you. You should be aware of that before you decide on joining any other camp.
Who's the sleeper?
The sleeper speaks to us through dreams and visions. He has been leading us ever since he first made contact with Iberian 5 years ago. All the followers of the Brotherhood have renounced the 3 gods. We pray only to the sleeper for salvation.
Salvation from what?
From this goddamn place, of course. The sleeper will show us the way to freedom.
What did the sleeper tell you?
He guided us to the swamp, to the old temple ruins. That's where we built our camp. He gave us independence. None of us need to labor in the mines. He showed us what swamp weed can do. We sell it to the other camps, and in exchange, we get everything we need. And he gave some of us the gift of magic. Of an old and powerful magic, which is different from the one the magicians of the realm use.
Tell me about the magic of the sleeper.
This gift enables you to control things with the power of your mind. Only the gurus of our Brotherhood have been initiated into the secrets of this magic.
Take me to your camp. I want to have a look at it.
Very good. I'll go ahead. Follow me. Here we are. Down there lies the camp of the Brotherhood. Go through the gate and speak to my brothers. I'm sure you haven't come here for nothing. Ask for Kor Kalam. He's in charge of the novices and tutors. I'll go back to the old camp. There are still many infidels who need to be guided to the right path.
Good luck.
Greetings, stranger. You're treading on holy ground. This is the Brotherhood of the Sleeper. What brings you here?
I'm new here. I wanted to have a look at your camp.
Strangers are welcome here, but it's important to follow our rules. There are certain areas strangers may not access.
How are things in the camp?
Everything's quiet. Just go in.
Who are you?
I'm Lester. I take care of the strangers who arrive here. You're lucky that you didn't talk to Baal Namib. No stranger is allowed to talk to the gurus.
But I want to talk to your master.
Forget it. I'm sure I can help you with any of your problems.
Tell me something about the camp.
What do you want to know?
What do you know about the weed?
Well, the weed's grown in the swamp. Of course, it has to be processed before it can be smoked. That's what we novices do. The weeds have a tranquilizing and relaxing effect. They help you concentrate on the essentials and increase your awareness. We trade them for goods from the old camp, and we use them to recruit new people as well. The result is, of course, that some people only join us for the weed. Well, at least they help us with the work in the camp.
What can you tell me about the Sleeper?
The Sleeper's a divine creature. He causes visions, at least to the gurus. We pray to him, for he will give us freedom.
And you believe that?
Hey, I've been inside the barrier for 2 years. Do you know how long 2 years can be? You can't imagine what I'm willing to believe and do, just to get out of here again.
Tell me about the guilds.
The gurus form the highest guild. They are the spirit of this camp, for they have great power. The Templars use their spiritual power in battle. They have an indomitable willpower. You should never get into trouble with them. As for myself, I am a novice. We pray to the Sleeper and do all the work in the camp. Some of the novices are allowed to join the gurus, but to get that far, you need to study for many years.
I want to become a member of the Brotherhood.
Kor Kalom decides whether you're ready to join the Brotherhood, but he relies on the advice of other gurus. Baal Namib over there is one of them. First, you'll have to prove that you're worthy, and then one of the gurus will send you to Kor Kalom.
How's that supposed to work if none of the gurus will talk to me?
It might not look like it, but the gurus observe everything you do here in the camp. If they think that you deserve to become a member of the community, they'll talk to you. You're bound to have opportunities in the camp to prove that you're worthy.
How can I find my way around here in the camp?
I can show you the most important places.
Show me the way to the alchemy lab.
Follow me! If you climb up this ladder, you'll meet Kalom, the alchemist. Down here is Fortuno, the weed merchant. I'll wait for you right here, but don't take too long, otherwise I'll go back.
I'm sure you won't mind me going in there.
If you're disrespectful to my master, I'll kill you.
What do you want?
What kind of experiments do you do?
My research takes place on a level you don't understand anything about, boy. So don't waste my time.
One of the merchants from the old camp would like to have the recipe for a healing potion.
My recipes are not for sale.
I would like to join the Brotherhood. I've heard you're the master of the novices and that you decide who's allowed to join.
I don't have time. My experiments are too important for me to spend any time on new novices. I'll rely on the judgment of the Baals. When they say you're ready to wear the robe of a novice, come back to me.
Hi, I'm new here.
I'm Kane, a student of Kor Kalom. You must have heard about him, right?
Yeah.
Then you'll know that he's the second man in this camp, after Iberia.
And what's your job?
Well, I help my master prepare his alchemic potions. Mostly swamp weed and mine crawler secretion. The secretion is required very urgently.
Where do I get the mine crawler secretion?
You can find crawlers in the old mine, but you need to know how to win the secretion. If you really want to fight these beasts, you better speak to one of the Templars who's had experience, like Gurna Drag. He travels around between our camp and the old mine every day. In the mornings, you'll find him at the lab.
What more can you tell me about your master?
He's not like the other gurus. Everybody may address him, but nobody's allowed to waste his precious time.
How can I get Kalam's recipe?
You don't. He keeps it in a locked chest and won't give it to anybody.
How can I get your master to talk to me?
You have to know what he wants to hear.
And that is?
Listen, when we're with him the next time, you'll address me and we'll have a little talk. Baal Namib is worried because many of the novices don't only pray to the sleeper, but also to their former gods. You'll tell me that you've renounced the old gods and that in future you'll pray only to the sleeper. Then I'll ask you why you made this decision, and you'll say that you had a vision in which the sleeper summoned you. He'll be interested then. Do you think you'll manage that?
No problem.
May the sleeper protect you. Come closer! Every newcomer to this place receives a gift of welcome.
What have you got for me?
Here, take 3 rolls of swampweed. It's northern dark. Good stuff. You can have more of it every day, but if you want more than your daily ration, well, you need to pay. If you find berries and herbs on the paths between the camps, you can bring them to me. I'll buy them off you.
I've come to collect my daily ration.
You've already had your daily ration. If you want more...
You don't look like one who submitted to slavery under the ore barons. You look more like a seeker. Someone who's searching for the true faith. Do you not feel a fire inside your body which keeps you from sleeping at night? I see. You doubt that what the ore baron slaves try to tell you is really true and just. You know why you doubt them too? They're lying. With those lies, they try to control weak spirits. But your spirit is stronger than their lies. Don't you feel a longing for freedom every single day? Don't you feel it growing stronger? It guides your spirit. Let it happen. Do you know what you're doing when you try to suppress it? You're denying your soul, denying yourself. Don't let your fears dominate your life. Free yourself. You need to understand. The sleeper will awaken. He will set you free and wash away all these disbelieving infidels. Like dross that is washed away by the rain, they will vanish from this world. They will moan, whine, and repent, but it will be too late. Then they will pay the price. They will pay with their blood and with their lives.
Hey, you've spoken to me. Does that mean I may talk to you now?
I see you've become familiar with our rules. That's good. I can feel your great spiritual strength. Soon you'll be allowed to join our community. I have spoken to you because I wanted to give you a chance to prove your loyalty.
How can I prove my loyalty?
Most of all, we need new souls to join our community. By recruiting one more man to our camp, you will prove that you're willing to do good service to our community.
Where can I recruit new members for the Brotherhood?
The old camp is a good place to try since a lot of the people there are fed up with fear and lies. They just need some kind of support. I guess you won't be very successful in the new camp. The men living there are barbarians.
Why are you so desperate for new members?
The sleeper has spoken to our master, revealing that he has an important message for us. However, he has not gathered full strength yet. That's why he needs our strength to contact us. Therefore, we are preparing a great invocation, and the more men participate, the likelier we are to be successful. If you want to know more about it, go to the large court in front of the Temple Hill. But don't disturb our master in his meditations.
What are you doing here?
I'm teaching the words of the sleeper to the novices. I'm still a novice myself, but soon I'll be a Baal, one of the gurus. I've even spoken to Iberian. He's the chosen one. He told me that if I work hard, I can soon be a master myself. But I'm still putting that off. There's no rush, you understand? I can still become a master anytime. At the moment, I'm quite happy about my current task.
What's your task here?
I test the new substances developed by Kor Kalam in his alchemy lab with my pals here. His aid gives us something new every couple of days, and we test it. This weed opens your spirit. If you take the right amount, you can get in touch with the sleeper.
Have you ever been in contact with the sleeper?
No, not yet. But that's because we never get enough of the stuff. Kalam always wants to hear about the effect of it, but I get the impression he's not really interested in my opinion at all. If I find the stuff stimulating, he passes it straight on to the gurus. But soon, I'll be a guru myself.
Then I can go right to my limits and listen to the voice of the sleeper myself.
I'd like to join your camp. Can you help me?
You want to join us? That's good. Just wait. Yes, I think I can help you. I'm not a guru yet, but I have some influence in the Brotherhood. You'd have to do me a favor. Have you seen Fortuno yet? Then you have your daily ration. If you give it to me, then we're in business.
I have swampweed on me. You can have it.
Good. You must have noticed that none of the gurus wants to talk to you. You can change that by impressing them. I can tell you how to do that.
How can I impress the gurus?
Balkadar instructs the novices in the magic of the sleeper. If you want his attention, use magic. But don't give him the fist of wind. Send one of his audience to sleep or something like that. Bal Namib is over there at the main gate. He's one of the toughest guys. I think Lester might be able to help you with him. Speak to him as soon as his master is away. The other gurus are basically quite okay. Just try to make yourself useful.
Thanks for the advice.
Hey, a deal's a deal.
How do I get at the magic of the sleeper?
Balkadar sells runes and spell scrolls. That's no use to you if he doesn't talk to you, right? Maybe another guru can help you.
Hi, you aren't from this camp, are you?
Well, now, I am. I left the old camp a week ago. Told my pal Dusty to come along, but he wanted to wait.
I know Dusty. I talked to him for a short time.
If you meet him again, tell him that he was dumb to stay there. It's 10 times better than getting harassed by the guards in the old camp.
I'll tell him if I see him again.
Ah, it's good to see you again. How have you been doing?
I have renounced the old gods.
Really? What made you do that?
I had a vision. The sleeper talked to me.
What did he say?
He said, go to the camp in the swamp and join the Brotherhood.
You're a very rich man, stranger. The sleeper doesn't reward many people like that.
The sleeper has chosen you. Do you really want to join us?
Yes, I wish to follow the sleeper.
Go to Kor Kalom. Tell him I sent you because you are a true supporter of the faith.
Hey, you!
Who? Me?
No, your grandmother. Who else could I mean? I wouldn't go down that way if I were you.
Why not?
You can't have been here long. Man, that's the way to the Orc land. They'll make mincemeat out of you.
Oh.
You're welcome.
Hey, you! I don't think I've seen you here before.
No wonder. I've only just got here.
Then watch out. The outside world is pretty dangerous. You're only safe inside a camp.
I have the recipe you wanted.
Very good. Show it to me. Good. Now I can produce the potions myself. You are a good man. I'll tell Diego about it. Here you go. Take that for your efforts.
I found Neck.
Good. Have you got any evidence for that?
I found this amulet on him. Here you go.
It was actually the amulet the whole thing was about. You're a clever guy. You might have had the idea to keep the amulet yourself, but you've made the right decision. If Diego asks me about you, I'll vote in your favor.
I have the things you wanted from me.
Good. I just have to add them. Then the stew will be ready. Wait.
It's about Neck.
Yeah?
I think I've found him.
What? Where is he?
Feeding the rats?
Oh, no! Damn it! That means I have to run the show here now. I was hoping he'd be coming back. Now I have a problem.
What's the problem?
I'm in debt to Scatty, right up to my neck. Now he knows I'm doing Neck's job. He'll be coming around every day. Hey, you! Aren't you the guy who wants to join the camp?
What if I am?
I could help you.
And how?
There are two guys sitting around outside the camp. One of them has stolen something from the ore barons. It's a precious amulet, which should have arrived with the last convoy. One of them should still be in possession of the amulet. If we attack them together, we should manage. I couldn't do it on my own. What do you say?
What will happen when we have the amulet?
That's an easy one. I'll return it and get the reward. I'll tell them you helped me. Then you'll be in Gomez's good books for sure.
No, it's either 50-50 or you can do it on your own.
Okay, 50-50. I suppose it'll be enough for the two of us anyway. So, can I count on you?
Count me in.
All right, just tell me when we can start.
I'm ready to go with you. Let's get the amulet.
Okay, let's do it then. So, here we are, far away from your friend Diego. We're to send you regards from Bloodwind.
So, you idiot, just wanted to trap me.
Hey, man, we're sitting in the same boat. I am not into digging in the mines either, so I'll do what the guards tell me. Then I'll be accepted soon. That I should whack you, of all people, is your own fault, really. Why did you have to start a bloody fight with the guards? Personally, I don't dislike you. So what do you think? Peace or further fighting?
Peace sounds good.
I'm glad we see eye to eye on this. Let's forget about it. From now on, I'm on your side. If you ever have trouble again, you can count on me. I owe you some, after all.
What's life like here?
Easy going. As long as you pay your share of protection money to the guards.
I want to become a shadow.
So?
I'm looking for somebody to teach me something.
Why have you come to me?
Diego sent me.
You should have said that before. If you want to join the camp, it's an advantage to be a good fighter or thief. If the influential shadows in this camp test you, they'll give you tasks you better not get caught doing. That's why the way of the thief would be a good start to you. Incidentally, I'm the best thief in the whole of the old camp.
What can you teach me?
That depends on what you want to know.
How can I improve my lockpicking skills?
You'd like to know that, wouldn't you? It's not too difficult to begin with. Above all, you have to make sure that your lockpick doesn't break off. If you're a little bit more patient in future, you'll see that you won't need that many lockpicks anymore.
You wouldn't speak up for me in front of Diego, would you?
Yes. You've learned something which makes you quite useful to us. We can make use of skilled thieves in this camp here. You'll have my vote.
Hey, newcomer. I'm Mordrag. You should remember that name. You can buy any kind of goods from me at a cheap price.
Are you really the magician's courier?
What if I am?
I'd like to have a chance to talk to the magicians. I have to get inside the castle.
The magician's couriers bear seals, which allow them entry to the castle. If you were one of us, you could get such a seal.
You have a problem.
Really? What's that?
There are people around here who want to get rid of you.
Really? Then you can tell them they should send someone along to enforce their wish.
What makes you so sure I'm not the one to do it?
'Cause I think you're smarter than that, boy. You'll soon realize that there are better opportunities than working for Gomez. We, too, need capable people in the new camp. And nobody tells you what to do.
Tell me more about the new camp.
It's the camp where you have the most freedom within the colony. We don't have any ore barons or gurus bossing us around. We have our own mine, but the ore that is produced there isn't given to the damn king.
So what is it used for?
Our magicians are working on a plan to break out of here. All the ore is collected for this plan. While Gomez and his people are lazing around, we drudge for freedom. That's what's going on.
And if I wanted to join the new camp, could you help me?
If you're serious, we can go now. I can take you to Laris. He's the head of our gang. But if you prefer to beat me out of the camp, well, go for it.
Let's go to the new camp.
Okay, follow me. Well, here we are. When you pass through the gate, you'll reach the new camp. Talk to Laris. He will help you. Give this to him. It's a precious ring. It's your ticket to see Laris. You need a good reason to be allowed to meet him. Well, thinking about it, I think I'll stay here for some time. I've earned enough for now, and things are heating up in the old camp. If you want, come and meet me at the bar. It's the hut out on the lake. Take care.
See you. Hi, I'm new here.
So what?
What are you doing?
What's it look like?
I'm smoking. If you think I'll let you have a drag, forget it.
Aren't you going to try and stop me? Ask me what or something.
Nah, that's too much trouble for me. Besides, someone like you won't do much damage in there.
What's it like inside?
Like always, calm, just a couple of brawls.
Do you intend to go through this gate?
Do you intend to stop me?
No, but you should know what's waiting for you. This is not like in the old camp, and not like being with the sect loonies either.
And what am I expecting here?
There are no guards or Templars to look after you. It's every man for himself. The only ones who stick together are us mercenaries.
What do the mercenaries do?
We are the mercenaries of the water mages. Our target is to break free from here. We're working hard for it, and don't plan to take things easy like the guys from the old camp who are just having an easy time resting on the backs of the diggers. And we all follow Lee. He's a great man. He's the one who holds this damn camp together.
What do the mages do?
They investigate the magic characteristics of the ore our scrapers collect in the mine. As far as I know, they want to blow the whole damn ore mound sky high to free us from the barrier.
Sounds dangerous.
They said we shouldn't worry.
You have a massive ore mound here?
You could say that. We could buy the king's wife for that. But we don't give a damn about trading the ore with that old fart. We want to get out of here.
Where's the ore mound?
You want to see a real mound of ore, do you? There's a hole in the middle of the cave. They shove it all in there. But you won't get anywhere near it, I can tell you. The mages and our people guard the ore day and night.
I was just curious. What about the rest of the people?
All crooks. They don't give a damn about the camp. I'd rather just have the peasants guarding the front gate.
How are things going at the moment?
The scrapers are still collecting. Once they have enough ore, we'll blow the mound up.
Greetings, magician.
May the blessing of Adanos be with you. I can help you to increase your magic powers or give you some useful items. What can I do for you?
I have a letter for the High Magician of the Circle of Fire.
We are the magicians of the Circle of Water. The magicians of the Circle of Fire live in the old camp.
But I can't get into the castle. Could you help me?
Well, occasionally we send messengers to our brothers in the old camp. But we only entrust these messages to Lara's men. He's been seeing to it for many years now that our messengers arrive safely.
You want to destroy the barrier. How exactly do you plan to do that?
We need major amounts of magic ore. We'll release the entire magic power in a great magic rite to blow up the barrier. Of course, such a big amount of ore attracts a lot of rogues and crooks. That's why we need a man to defend our plan.
I'd like to join you.
If you want to join us, you should see Lee or Laris.
Now where are you going?
Where can I go?
To Laris.
I want to see Laris.
I doubt he'll talk to you.
Just you leave that to me.
I won't stop you.
Where do you want to go?
I want to meet Laris.
Laris is here, but you need a good reason to disturb him.
Mordrag sent me.
Mordrag hasn't been seen here for some time. He's probably changed over to the old camp.
I came here with him.
Mordrag's back? If you meet him, tell him Laris wants to see him.
Mordrag gave me something for Laris.
What is it?
A ring.
Certainly a precious piece. Okay, you can see him.
I want to join your gang.
Oh, yeah? What have you got to show for yourself, then?
Mordrag sent me. He gave me a ring for you.
A precious piece? It's part of normal procedure here to share your booty with your gang leader. But the fact that he gave you the ring proves that he must think a lot of you. I want you to go to him and tell him something from me. Tell him I want somebody in the sect camp. The Brotherhood is planning something big. I want to know exactly what's going on there.
What else can I do?
Baal Isidro from the sect camp has weed worth at least 400 ore on him. I want you to get it from him. I don't care how you do it. If you have the weed, sell it. Bring me the 400 ore. Then we'll talk again to see if you'll be admitted to the gang.
Ah, a visitor. Don't make any trouble here, or else you'll be for it.
I just want to have a look around here.
Then mind you don't step on anybody's feet.
I'd better be going.
I hope we understand each other.
Who are you?
I'm Ukko. I'm the boss of the Hollow.
I just wanted to have a glance into the mine.
Oh, you just wanted to stroll into the mine. Suppose you don't have a clue what's going on here. Nobody sets a foot in the mine without my permission. Always remember, whoever goes into the mine or the gatehouse without my permission is a dead man.
Will I be allowed to go in?
I don't even know you. Why should I let you go into the mine? Now scram! I have things to see to.
Who are you?
I'm the best mining engineer this damn colony has ever seen, my boy. I make sure half our boys don't go getting themselves killed by falling rocks just because they're too stupid to scrape the right places.
I'd like to join you as a scraper.
Oh, yeah? Well, just don't think you're gonna get anything much out of it. There's 3 portions of rice a day. Any extra, you'll have to see to yourself. Do you know why we're doing this? We're doing this job so one day we can all walk out of here to freedom. Well, that means all the ore's to be handed in. Then it goes on the big ore mound. And once a month, everybody who's been working here gets 50 ore to get stoned on. That's the most important things you ought to know. Do you at least have any experience on the job?
Yes.
Good. Then you know what to watch out for. Here's your protective clothing. You'll have to find your own pickaxe. Enjoy yourself.
How much ore have you collected so far?
The mages say that we won't need much more. Go to the new camp and have a look at the mound.
You're from the sect camp, aren't you?
We call it the Brotherhood. I'm Baal Kagan. The sleep will be with you.
What are you doing here?
Originally, I was sent here to convince people to join our Brotherhood. But these barbarians are not interested in spiritual enlightenment. Therefore, I'm restricted to selling swamp weed. And that is a popular occupation here. Too popular. I can hardly deliver as much as they want to have.
Why don't they send an extra man here?
Baal Isidro was meant to help me, but he just spends all day in the bar on the lake and trades his weed for rice schnapps. He's addicted to the spirit. I fear I cannot expect any help from him.
I could help you sell your weed to the people.
I can only entrust such a large amount of weed to members of the Brotherhood. But you could help me give out gifts. Not everybody has tasted my goods yet. As soon as they've tried the weed, they'll want more, which means I can sell more.
I thought you could hardly manage to do your tasks now.
Baal Isidro will be taken care of soon. I've already sent a message to Kor Kalam.
What's in it for me if I hand out the weed for you?
I can reward you in many different ways. You can get magic spell scrolls from me, bearing the powerful magic of the sleeper. Or I can help you join our community if that's what you want. I have very good contacts to Kor Kalam and Baal Tyon. Both are very close to E. Baryon, our master. I can pay you with plain ore as well if you prefer. 100 nuggets should be enough for your efforts.
Okay, give me the weed. Who do you want me to give it to?
You're sure to find someone who'll take it. Talk to people, but only give 1 stalk to each person. One more thing. If you let somebody take the weed from you, or if you smoke it yourself, our deal ceases to exist.
Sure. Do you want some swamp weed?
I'll give you 10 ore for it. Here. Anytime you need to get rid of some more, just stop by.
I've shared out the weed.
The first new customers have already been to see me. You've done a good job. What will you have as a reward?
Tell me to join the Brotherhood.
Your request is modest. I'll help you, so listen to me. Baal Tyon is one of the lower gurus, just like myself. E. Baryon has made him one of his advisors. That has not done him any good. He now thinks he's so important that he'll talk to nobody but his disciples. If you give him this here, it'll loosen his tongue.
Who are you?
I'm Wolf. I make armor.
Where can I get a bow here?
You've come to the right address for that. I offer good value for good ore.
How do I get furs and skins?
On the way to the new camp, you'll come across Aiden. He can teach you how to skin animals. Radford and Drax are hanging around in the north of the old camp. It's on the way to the trading square.
And where do you want to go?
Why, in there.
Forget it. Silas only wants to see scrapers and rogues in his bar.
I'm a scraper, and I'm thirsty.
You look like one of those filthy rats. Come on in.
Laris has a message for you.
Tell me about it.
He wants to know what's going on in the sect camp, and he wants you to find out.
I get the feeling this problem will solve itself.
You don't look very happy.
I'm not. I need to get rid of a whole pile of weed.
You're here to sell goods from the sect camp?
Yes, but I just can't be bothered.
I could sell the weed for you for a consideration, of course.
Forget it. I'm not as drunk as all that. You just go running away with it.
I'll tell you something, you have a problem. Bal Kagan will make sure you'll be replaced.
What? The sleeper have mercy on me. I need to get rid of this stuff.
Here you go. Have another drink on me.
Thanks, man. I'll drink to your health.
Think about it. Give me the weed and we'll share the profit.
Oh man, I need to get rid of this stuff. You wouldn't try to make me look like a fool, would you?
I give you my word.
Good. Here's this stuff. You should get at least 400 ore for it. That would be 200 for each of us. I'll be waiting here. Come back as soon as you have the ore.
Do you know who'll take bigger amounts here?
If I knew that, I would have gone myself. I feel much better now that I'm rid of this stuff.
You look like you could do with some swamp weed.
Here goes some. I'll have a stalk for 10 ore. Come back anytime, brother.
I sold the weed.
And my 200 ore?
Here it is.
Good. Now I don't give a damn about Bal Kagan anymore. It was a good idea to do business with you.
What are you doing here?
I'm a hunter. I make a living out of selling skins and teeth.
Does it pay?
If you know how to cut up the beast the right way, yeah.
I want to learn how to cut up animals.
What do you want to know?
What are you doing out here?
I'm a hunter. Above all, I hunt scavengers.
Where will I get a bow?
Here, I sell the best bows in the old camp.
What are you doing here? Don't often get visitors up here. Very clever of you to find my hiding place.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm fed up with the old camp. I had trouble with Gomez's folks. That was some time ago. I guess nobody remembers that now. But I'm staying here. There's too many blockheads running about in the old camp for my liking.
What's your job here?
I'm in charge of the arena. I organize the bets, hire new fighters, you know.
I want to join the camp. Can you help me?
I might be able to, if you manage to impress me. Some of the best fighters from all three camps come here to compete against each other. Challenge one of them to a fight. I'll watch you, and if you're good, maybe I'll think about it.
I thought the old camp and the new camp didn't get on. So why do you let their people fight here?
It's simple. There's fights here once a week, and the diggers always like to see one of the rogues from the new camp get flattened. If one of them fights, there's more bets, and that's good for business. Personally, I can't stand the swines from the new camp. But business is business.
Do you train fighters at all?
Yeah, but not just for fun. If you want me to train you, you'll have to pay for it.
I want to improve my handling of one-handed weapons.
That's a good decision. Before you can improve your technique, you'll have to learn how to hold the weapon right. Beginners often tend to hold one-handed weapons with both hands. Now, don't even start getting into that habit. It'll do you no good. Hold the weapon with one hand, blade up, and keep swinging. You have to learn to harmonize your weapon's swing with your own movements. That'll make you faster in the attack. If you keep in mind what I've taught you, your fights will be more elegant and a lot faster in future. Oh yeah, one more thing. Some hits cause more damage than others. As a beginner, you don't stand much of a chance making critical hits. But the further you progress, the better you get.
I was in the sect camp and met Melvin.
And? What did he say?
Apparently he likes it more than getting harassed by the guards.
Hey man, he has all the fun for himself. I have to go there, but I'll never make it out of the camp.
Really? Why not?
The guards have found out that I want to leave. I guess I talk too much. I need at least 100 ore to bribe the guards.
What if I gave you the 100 ore for the guards?
You'd do that? Why?
Well, let's say you aren't the only one who'd prefer you to hang around in the sect camp.
You mean you want to come with me?
I will go with you to the sect camp.
Great, man. I'm ready. We can start as soon as you want. But don't forget, we need 100 ore for the guards.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay, let's take the south gate. The north gate is of no use. It's impossible to bribe the guards there. And perhaps you should see to the ore. I'm not very good at that kind of thing.
Okay, let's move.
Stop! Where you think you're going with our friend?
We're just going for a stroll. Here's 100 ore.
Why, I never saw anything.
Here's somebody who would like to make your acquaintance, Master.
Who have you brought me? Is he worthy?
He will certainly require your spiritual guidance, Master.
Very well. From now on, he shall be one of my disciples. You will come to my hut every day to listen to my words. Your soul can still be saved.
Master, I would like to join the Brotherhood. I need you to speak in my favor.
You have proven your worth. Go to Kor Kalam and don the robe.
I've come to collect my daily ration.
Here, take it. 3 of the Northern Dark. But don't smoke them all at once.
Here, Master, a modest present from your student.
What was that?
In the name of the Sleeper, I've had a vision. It was incredible. I saw that we would win a new brother. One who was not like those who came before him. He was doing something to us. There was a sword in his hand, and he was descending a wide flight of stairs. Then the vision ended. He looked very much like you. Who are you? What do you want?
I'm just a modest servant of the Sleeper.
Go to Kor Kalom. He'll take care of you.
Hi, I'm new here.
The Sleeper be with you, stranger.
What can you tell me about this place?
Well, the Gurus are the most important people here. They spread the word of the Sleeper and pass our master's visions on to the novices. Of course, he's too tired to talk to everybody himself. But on some days, he speaks to us in the temple courtyard and reveals the holy words of the Sleeper.
Tell me about the holy words of the Great Sleeper.
He tells us what we need to do to gain freedom again. Iberian says that the Sleeper will show us the way as soon as we're able to hear him. He's preparing a great invocation, in which he'll contact the Sleeper together with the best novices. Kor Kalum supports him. He's an alchemist who brews substances which put us into a sleep-like state. You can only receive the thoughts of the Sleeper in this state, or when sleeping.
Hi, how's it going?
I'm dead on my feet, man. I've been working for 2 days without a single break. Harlock should have taken over ages ago. It's always the same with that guy. He's probably lying in his hut, fast asleep.
Why don't you just go there and give him a right kick in the butt?
Can't leave here while Balorn is in charge. The work has to be done either way. But you could go there for me. He's staying right under Kor Kalum's alchemy lab at Fortuno's. Tell him to get his butt over here.
Gorham sent me.
What?
I'm here to remind you that you're to take over from him.
That's very nice of you. Remind me again when I'm through sleeping, yeah?
Get your ass to the weed mashers or you'll be for it.
Just try to mess with me again, sucker.
Clear winner, I'd say.
Well, do you feel like giving your pal a break now?
You damn pain in the butt. Why do you have to meddle in my affairs?
I just want to see you mashing.
Okay, I'm on my way, sucker.
Well, has he taken over now?
Yeah. Finally I can get to sleep. Thanks, man.
I have spoken to Gorim. You have done one of our brothers a great service. Your cause was just. That's why I've chosen you for a special task. Kor Kalom urgently needs new swamp weed for his experiments. Our gatherers are working day and night. Go to them and take their entire harvest to Kalom's alchemy lab.
Who are you?
I'm the guru of the swamp. My servants call me Botnet.
Servants? I don't see any servants.
They're everywhere. The trees, they walk and skip and dance.
Oh, I see. Well, I'll be on my way then.
Wait, you can help me convert this swamp into a massive meadow of flowers.
Okay, you just got started. Me? I'll be back later. He's not going to get me anywhere. Dalaran sent me. I'm to collect all the swamp weed.
Good, then I don't need to go myself. Here, take it. Don't forget to go to Viren on the other side of the swamp, if you haven't been there yet. Otherwise, your load might be a bit small, and people might think you'd sold the other half of it.
Who could I sell the weeds to anyway?
Uh-oh. Now I've been putting ideas in your head, haven't I?
No, tell me. Who?
You have something in mind? I'm telling you, if the stuff doesn't arrive at Kor Kalom's, we'll both be in real trouble.
If you know somebody, we could go halves.
Well, I'd know somebody in the new camp. He'd be interested in weed. But if the gurus catch you at it, they'll feed you to the swamp sharks. I don't know anything, okay?
Okay, who's the buyer in the new camp?
You think I'll give you the name and you can just make a run with the weed? It doesn't work quite like that. I want to see 50 ore as an advance payment. Then we'll see.
50's fair. Here you go.
Good. Listen, his name is Cypher. You'll probably find him in the bar on the lake. Be careful and don't let anybody fool you.
Just keep picking hard.
Of course. What do you think I'm doing? Rocking my balls?
What are you doing here?
We're picking the swamp weed to be processed by our brothers, so it can be smoked later on. It's quite dangerous to pick it in the swamp, but the stuff only grows here. Actually, that's a good thing.
Why?
Because then the other two camps won't get it. We're the only ones in the colony who are able to pick swamp weed. We can trade it with the other two camps, and we can set the price.
Balaran sent me. I'm to take the whole harvest to Kalom.
You think it's that easy, do you? Anybody could turn up like that. Baloran sent me, and whoosh, the whole lot of the weeds were gone.
Go see him and ask if you don't believe me.
I have a better idea. You prove your loyalty by doing a little job for us.
And what do you want me to do?
It's really nothing. Work in the swamp. It's a bit risky. And then there's those damn bloodflies. Work would be much easier without them. Do you follow?
What are you doing here?
Did I give you permission to speak to me? Only joking. Those damn loonies are getting on my nerves. That's why I'm here. Don't speak to me. Pray for forgiveness by the sleeper. Your mission is of extraordinary importance. It's enough to drive a man out of his mind. No wonder they're all crazed round here. I'm Shrat, novice of the first rank, and that's who I'll always remain.
I want to join the Brotherhood. Can you help me?
You want to join this place? I'm actually just thinking about how to get away from you.
I don't see any more bloodflies anywhere.
No more bloodflies to be seen. That was a good job you did. Someone who works like that is either on our side or a complete idiot. An idiot would be too stupid to fool me, right? Here, take the harvest and take it to Kor Kalom. If he complains and says it's not enough, tell him to move his butt here himself, to give him an idea how much hard work it is.
How's the picking going?
Yeah, just make fun of me. I'm sure you're getting better jobs from the gurus. Well, at least I don't need to do the dirty work myself. The infantry do that.
You have defended our gatherers. You have not only proved that you're on our side, you have proved that you are a worthy servant of the Sleeper. I believe you are ready to wear the robe of a novice.
I'm delivering the daily swampweed harvest.
Ah, give it to me. And now get out of my sight.
I took the swampweed to Kor Kalam.
You have done well. I have a small reward for your efforts. Here, take it. It's a magic sleep spell. You can only use it once, but I hope it will be of good service to you.
How's weed production going?
We're putting maximum strain on every man to produce enough for ourselves and trade with the other camps. But it's a sacrifice for the sleeper, one our novices willingly make.
What are you doing? I'm trying to meditate with my disciples. Who taught you to use the magical powers of the sleeper?
Nobody. It was very easy.
You seem to be an intelligent student. I will teach you.
Hi, where are you off to?
We take the Minecrawler secretion from our brothers in the old mine to Kor Kalam. We go to the old mine every day to collect it.
What kind of secretion is it?
We obtain it from the mandibles of the Minecrawlers. If you know how to do it, you can take them out without losing the secretion.
Can you tell me how to get the secretion of a Minecrawler?
Of course. After you've killed the beast, you get hold of the mandibles and pull them straight out. This way you'll get the secretion gland without destroying it.
What does Kor Kalam need the secretion for?
As far as I know, he makes a potion with it which increases the magic powers of a novice. Since we are preparing for the great invocation, he can't get enough of the stuff. With the aid of the potion, he'll prepare the novices for the great day.
Have you enough of the potion for the great invocation of the sleeper?
No, we still have to collect much more. Our Minecrawler hunting units are in action day and night.
Can you tell me anything about the mine?
Well, this part we're standing in now is the main shaft. A system of catwalks takes you down to the bottom, and they're digging for ore everywhere. But you need to be careful. There are many mine crawlers there as well. Right at the bottom is the smelting place. We're smelting a part of the ore to use it right there.
What do I need to look out for in the mine?
Mine crawlers, mainly. Dangerous beasts. We've had to give up a few caves because of them. They've eaten quite a few diggers, too.
Tell me about the crawlers.
Oh, but my tongue's so dry. You bring me a beer, and I'll tell you something about the crawlers.
Here, drink to my health.
Thanks. Well, crawlers live in large packs, mostly in the side caves. They've never attacked us here in the main shaft yet. If you ever meet one of them, run. Or stand with your back to the wall. That way you may stand a chance.
Tell me more about it.
If you want to know more, go to Viper. He's the smelter. Or talk to Ian. He's the boss. He organizes everything here in the mine.
Where can I find Ian?
He's right in the middle of the main shaft, next to the storeroom. Oh, one more thing. You know Thoris, don't you? Forget it. There's just one person who has the say in here, and that's Ian. He's the boss. If you get into trouble with him, you'll be in trouble with us all. Understood?
The guards will never get me.
What do you mean?
I only work when the guards are nearby, or they can see me. Otherwise, I just hang around here.
Don't they get suspicious?
Yeah, well, of course I dig less ore than all the others do. It's not always enough, so I have to do a bit of trading. I keep my ears open, so I get to know many useful things. You don't happen to have some ore on you? Let's say about 10 ore?
All right, here's 10 ore for you.
Thanks. If you go to the main shaft and follow the catwalks further down, you'll soon get to 2 side caves. There's a guard in the second one, and there's also an old masher. There's a healing potion lying about somewhere. But be careful, and beware of the crawlers. And if you need or hear something, come back to me. I'm sure I'll be able to help.
Have you got any other useful information?
Sure. Have you got 10 ore?
I expect good information for my ore.
There's loads of locked chests here. Glenn, the digger at the top, can get you a couple of lockpicks.
Good luck.
Well, you know where to find me.
How's things?
I have a deal to suggest. If you make Aaron leave the chest alone, I'll give you 10 ore.
What are you doing here?
I'm watching diggers like snipes over there to make sure they keep their hands off my chest.
Ian sent me. You should go to see him at once.
What does he want?
No idea. Ian will tell you that himself. Do you think he'd tell me something like that?
Then I'll go to see him.
You owe me 10 ore.
Here, you've already earned the 10 ore. Oh, and one more thing. I have the key to his chest as well. For you, only 30 ore.
Give me the key.
You made good business there.
I just wonder what you get out of it.
I'm always glad when I can get one over on the gods. And if they found the content of the chest with me, I'd be a dead man.
Hey, you! If you try to make a fool out of me again, you've had it. You got that?
Hey, don't you miss the key to your chest?
Indeed. I don't even want to guess how or why you know about the key. But I'll give you 20 ore if you get it back for me.
Here's your key.
Yeah, that's it. Well, here's your 20 ore like we agreed. But you'd better watch out in future. From now on, I'll be keeping an eye on you.
Are you Ian, the boss of the mine?
Yeah, I'm Ian. And this is my mine. So don't touch or break anything.
Isn't that Gomez's mine?
Yeah, of course, this is the mine of the old camp. But in here, there's only one boss, and that's me.
Can you tell me something about the ore production here?
We dig for ore day and night. This means a storage of 200 sacks per month, and another 20 sacks which will be melted down. Hundreds of blades can be forged with the ore we supply to the gang.
I've heard that the ore has magical qualities. Tell me about it.
The magic ore does have special qualities. Weapons forged from it don't break. Their blades are sharper than usual ones. An army equipped with these weapons has a decisive advantage in battle.
Tell me more about the ore.
Unfortunately, the magic powers of the ore vanish during the smelting process. They know the right smelting technique in the blast furnaces of Nordmar. But even without the magic powers, weapons made from this ore are extremely resistant and do more damage than normal weapons.
Tell me about the mine.
If you want to look around here, you need to be careful. There are mine crawlers in the caves. You better stay in the main shaft. And leave the Templars alone. Even if they only hang around most of the time, they're the best fighters you can ever have at your side when it comes down to the crawlers.
I'll keep that in mind.
I have some work to do, and don't keep my boys from doing their work.
I'll just have a look around here. Diego sent me. I'm to collect the list.
All right, here's the list. Tell him to hurry up with the deliveries.
I'll just have a look around.
Don't make any trouble.
A new face. Have you ever dug ore, boy?
Have you been here long?
I've already been here 10 years. Oh, believe me, I've learned and experienced quite a lot here. I've encountered many dangers and managed to stay alive. In the old times, when we worked in the abandoned mine, the one which is deserted now, and the supporting beams collapsed. But that's old stories.
You must have heard about many escape plans as well.
Listen, boy, I know you want to get out of here, but forget it. You better forget the thought of escape. I saw the faces of those who tried to get out of the barrier. Don't make the same mistake. The barrier will stop everybody.
I don't want to dig in the mine for the next 10 years of my life.
No, you won't. Perhaps you'll be one of the real big shots. Who knows? You'll work your way up. But no matter how far you'll get, the barrier will finally stop you.
Good luck.
Same to you, boy. Same to you.
What's in the storeroom?
That's none of your business.
Standing around for so long must make you thirsty.
You bet, man. I could use a good swig now. Got anything on you?
Here you go. Have one on me as well.
Thanks.
Is there anything special in the storeroom now?
Some chest that we store supplies in. The keys disappeared, though.
Disappeared?
I bet Aleph was involved. That guy can't be trusted.
Do you know anything about the key for the chest in the storage shed?
Well, that depends.
On how much ore I'll give you?
You learn fast.
50 ore should be more than enough for you.
Very generous. Here's the key. And take this ring as well. It's always brought good luck to me.
Good luck.
Well, you know where to find me.
Listen, Ian and the others are sitting at the bottom having grilled meat.
What? Without me? Well, I'll collect my share. Hey, you, there was no grilled meat at all.
Oh, I guess I must have been mistaken. Have a good day. Hi, I'm new here. I just wanted to know what goes on around here.
Ask someone else, will ya? I do nothing but work out here in the fields. I don't know nothing. Man, I'd love to tell the Rice Lord to do his own damn dirty work.
Who is the Rice Lord?
He was one of the first to arrive here. He helped found the camp and start up the rice fields. These days he just hangs out at the warehouse stretching his stomach, the fat pig.
If you don't like it, why are you working here?
It happened the first day I got here. Lefty, one of the thugs that works for the Rice Lord, came up to me and asked if I could lend a hand in the rice fields. Sure, I said. I was new here and I wanted to make myself useful. The next day, when I was taking a short rest, the guy turned up again. You don't want to let all your colleagues do all their work by themselves, do you? He asked. I told him I was exhausted from the previous day's work, that I needed a rest and all that. But he never listened. He grabbed me by the collar and dragged me back to the field. From that day on, he stood outside my doorstep every day until I got used to going on my own. I didn't want any trouble with those guys. They're real cutthroats. You'd better steer clear of them.
Hey, just arrived. We need somebody to take some water to the peasants in the rice fields. This way you can make friends with a few people. What do you think?
Sure, I'll be glad to help.
Great. Go to the Rice Lord. He'll give you the water and tell you everything you need to know.
You take care of the rice fields, don't you?
Why? You looking for work?
Lefty sent me.
Oh yeah? What did he say?
I'm to bring the peasants some water.
Right. Here's a dozen bottles of water. There's about twice that amount of peasants, so make sure you share it out evenly.
What are you doing here? You looking for trouble?
Hey, relax, I'm a newcomer.
Huh? You look okay, though. You never know. You get new guys come along thinking they're it every day.
What's a man like you doing with the peasants?
Lee asked me that. I don't fight anymore, except to defend myself. I killed a guy once. And that was once too many. That's why they chucked me in this goddamn colony. It was justice.
How did it happen?
It was just an ordinary bar fight. I didn't mean to kill the guy. I just must have hit him too hard. I was a blacksmith at the time. I didn't know my own strength.
Why did you join this camp?
I'll tell you. My only option was to join those sect loonies, and I didn't want to let those gurus of theirs mess about with my brain. In the old camp, I'd have had too much trouble with the guards, but the mercenaries and rogues do have some respect.
They're afraid of you?
Maybe. Anyway, I found peace here, and you should try the same.
Can you teach me to be as strong as you are?
Even if I could, what would you use your strength for?
To teach these bastards how to talk to me properly.
And before you knew it, you'd become another of those bastards yourself. No, sir, I'm not training you for that.
Lefty sent me. I've brought you some water.
Thanks, man. I was just about to start drinking the mud.
Are you looking for something?
I'm looking for leaks in the dam. I reckon there's a lurker gnawing at the foundations. The beast grinds its teeth and claws against the stones and wooden beams underwater. If it carries on, the whole dam will soon be undermined.
Did you build the dam?
Yes, I built the dam back when we founded the new camp. Of course everyone helped, but I was the master builder.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Sure, stop that beast from gnawing at my dam.
Where can I find the beast?
I'd hunt round on the other side of the lake. Nobody ever goes there. That's probably where its den is.
I'd kill the beast.
Great! I got some of the Rice Lord's men to help me fix some of the damage it's caused. Now I can finally get some sleep.
How's things?
We put another spoke in Gomez's wheel. 3 dead guards and lots of stuff to sell. I'll drink to that.
You're one of the guys who keep raiding the old camp.
No, only when it's worth it.
What have you got to offer?
Let's rephrase that question. What have you got to offer? I'm only interested in big consignments.
Balor said you'd be interested in swampweed.
You want to trade?
Let's make a deal.
Slowly,
What do you intend to do with the
Fight me!
Slowly, you've won. He's had enough.
What do you intend to do with the weapon?
Just get out of here.
What do you intend to do with the weapon, man?
How are things?
Great. We trade our homemade rice snaps for ore. Well, the boys carry in enough ore. Where should they spend it, if not here?
What are you doing?
I'm making rice snaps, boy. Here, have a bottle. But don't tell Silas.
How's the distillery going?
I can hardly keep up with these guys. Man, can they drink. That's a good thing, really. While I'm busy, the Rice Lord's lapdogs leave me alone.
What can you tell me about the Rice Lord?
He's a damn swine. His thugs pick on the weak and force them to work in the fields. The only one who could stand up to him is Horatio, but he doesn't do violence. Well, I did once hear him say he'd love to smash the Rice Lord's head in, but he'd never really do it. It'd go against his beliefs.
I've been thinking the whole thing over.
And? Have you thought of anything better?
Yes. I want to be able to take on the Rice Lord and his thugs.
Ah, you wouldn't be the first to try.
I will defeat the Rice Lord and his thugs, if you help me.
Good. I've sworn I'll never attack anyone again, but I never said I wouldn't teach anyone else to do it.
I'm all ears.
If you want to hit powerfully, you need to know the right tactics. That's the first thing you learn as a smith. Learn to push your whole arm through, from the shoulder down to the wrist. The better you get at that, the more powerful the blow. You'll get the hang of it pretty quick.
Thanks for your help.
Use your knowledge for a just cause, and for nothing else.
Hey, you! Well done. You're useful for something after all. I think this is exactly the right task for you. From now on, you do it every day. Go on with it right now.
From now on, you can carry the water yourself.
Oh? Have you got better plans? I think I'll have to remind you who's the boss.
Put the weapon away.
Easy. Everything's all right. The fight's been decided.
How are you, my friend?
Oh man, what do you want?
The peasants look thirsty.
I'll see to it, don't worry.
Hey, you, what's up?
Hi.
You're walking about here as if you were searching for something.
Really? Maybe you're right. Why?
Great, ask me, maybe I can help you.
What did you have in mind?
What do you need?
What about a good sword, thick armor, or access to the mine?
Ah, no, that's nothing. I can give you something that'll make your eyes pop out of their sockets. I can give you a weapon that will defeat any foe. You only need to do me a small favor, then it'll be yours. What do you say?
What will I have to do for it?
Very simple. Get me 5 apples, 2 bottles of rice schnapps, 5 bottles of beer, 3 loaves of bread, 2 pieces of cheese, and 2 bunches of grapes, and we're in business. Believe me, you won't be sorry. As I just said, you'll really defeat any kind of enemy with it.
Okay, I'll see what I can do then.
Very good, but hurry up. Don't forget, 5 apples, 2 bottles of rice schnapps, 5 bottles of beer, 3 loaves of bread, 2 pieces of cheese, and 2 bunches of grapes, okay?
Of course. I have all the stuff on me. Now we'll do the deal with that super weapon, right?
Then show me the stuff first.
Here you go.
Yeah, great.
Well, give me the thing now.
Forget it.
What?
Did you really think you'd get something for it? I mean, if you're stupid enough to believe that, you don't deserve any better. I'm amazed to see you're still alive. If you believe everything people say, you won't survive long here. Doesn't matter, though. Now, we boys have enough food for a party. Thanks a lot, and maybe we'll meet you again.
Hey man, you can't do that to me.
What more do you want? Piss off. Get on somebody else's nerves, or you'll get it. Got it?
I'm afraid I'm going to have to whack you one.
We've had our fun, now get lost, man.
I believe you didn't understand me.
Okay then, you asked for it. You were warned.
He's had enough.
Hey, a new face.
Who are you?
I am Gorn, mercenary of the magicians.
What do you have to do as a mercenary of the magicians?
Lee has made a deal with the magicians. He hires the best fighters to be found in the colony, which means us. We take care that the scrapers can mine the ore without being bothered and keep trouble away from the magicians. The magicians make sure we'll get out of here, and we get a small share of the ore as our pay.
Can I stay somewhere here without having to kick somebody out of his hut?
I don't think so. But if that's really what you want to do, go and see Shrike. He's taken the hut right at the front, at the entrance to the cave. It was empty, but it really belonged to us.
Us?
Well, us mercenaries. Mercenaries and rogues live separately here. And none of Laris's gang should be here, on this side of the big hole. It doesn't make much difference, really, but he didn't ask. And you can't let those rogues get away with everything, because then they get real cocky.
What do I have to do to join the new camp?
Before Lee admits you, you'll have to improve your fighting skills. Doesn't matter what weapon you use, but you have to be good. Besides, you should be very experienced with the life here and everything. If you don't want to go to the other camps, you should try to join the rogues before you start as a mercenary.
How are things?
Get lost! Put the...
Boring fight.
Get lost.
I'll talk to you later.
Shrike has moved to another hut.
Good. Torloff just told me that he wanted to have a word with the guy. See you later.
You again.
I have the list of requirements for the old mine.
Not bad. How'd you get it?
Ian gave it to me.
You got a nerve? So they sent you to test me, did they? Thoris must already be going mad, I'm sure.
Diego gave me the order.
Diego does what Thoris tells him to. If I know him, he'd die laughing if he knew that you was here.
Can I get in there now or not?
Just go on in. Laris won't believe his eyes.
I have the 400 ore.
Good. Very good. I believe that should be sufficient now.
I have the list of requirements for the old mine on me.
No, I don't believe it. I must say you do seem to have a nerve. Show me.
Here it is.
Indeed. Do you know what we're gonna do with it? We'll add to it, and you'll take the list back to the old camp. Then, when they deliver the stuff to the mine, we'll mug 'em and take the lot. It won't take a minute. Here's the list. You know what to do.
Hi, I'm new here.
You don't say. Tell me about the outside world. It's been over a month since I heard anything from outside. I'm Kurgo. I fight in the arena.
Are you good?
At fighting? I haven't been doing it for long, but I've already won a fight.
I'd like to challenge you to a fight in the arena.
What? But I don't want to fight. Why don't we just have a beer together and talk about the outside world?
No, I want to fight, now.
In that case, I'm ready when you are.
Let's fight. Are you ready?
Follow me. Right. Let's get to it. May the best man win.
I fought Kurgo.
And you defeated him. That's not bad for a beginner like you. I'm impressed.
I'm new here. Who are you?
I'm Kareem. You must have just been booted in here, or else you'd have heard of me. I'm the best fighter this damned camp has ever seen.
I'll challenge you. Let's go to the arena.
You? I'll have you for breakfast, kid. Do yourself a favor and get lost.
So you don't get hurt, you coward?
Don't you have any better ideas, boy?
At first I wanted to say something about your thin arms, but then I saw your ugly mug.
I think this is your last chance to finally get lost.
Let's think about it. No, there's nothing I can think of you'd actually understand.
Maybe you should give it a try.
How about your mother's a sheep shagging...
Yeah, I guess she is.
You're only here to get a chance to kiss Gomez's ass.
What? You were. You know nothing about us. The new camp is independent from all that shit. And apart from that, there's only one reason why I'm here. So I can beat the brains out of smartasses like you. It'll be my pleasure to do the same to you. Your destiny is awaiting you in the arena. Pain is a question of willpower.
Let's go! Boring fight.
I challenged Karim.
And you knocked him down. I have to admit that wasn't bad going. He's always been known as one of the toughest fighters. I am deeply impressed.
Hey, you! Mordrag was one of my most important suppliers, you idiot. If you want to join this camp, it'll be very hard for you to get my vote.
Relax, maybe I can make up for it, can I?
I wouldn't know how you're gonna do that, unless you get me a new fence from the new camp.
How am I supposed to find somebody like that?
I just told you, I don't believe that you'll ever be on good terms with me.
Then just kiss my ass. Mordrag will never steal anything from anyone ever again.
You mean you defeated him? That's not bad, kid.
I have the list from Ian.
Well done. That'll get you a few brownie points.
Hey, how's it going?
Do you want to buy something?
Fisk from the old camp is looking for a new trading partner.
And why are you telling me about it?
I thought you might be interested in earning some ore.
Why not? Tell Fisk he can count on me in the next few days.
I've given the list to Diego.
Good. I positioned some men on the path to the old mine. Thoris's guards are lying dead in the forest even as we speak.
They've already mugged the convoy? Where's my share?
Go to see Gorn. He'll give you something.
I know Gorn. He's no member of the gang. He's a mercenary who works for the mages.
Yeah, that's right.
Was he involved in this business?
Knowing too much isn't good for you. Just go to see him and collect your share.
Why did you take part in one of the gang's raids?
Who says I did?
Why would you have so much of the stuff if it wasn't true?
Don't you think that this is all from one haul?
You take part in raids regularly?
If I did, I couldn't tell you. Lee wouldn't like that one bit.
I see. I have somebody from the new camp who wants to get into business with you.
No! Who would have thought that? Looks like you're trying to get popular around here. Seems like you managed it, too. Who is it?
His name is Sharky.
Sharky? He's even worse than Mordrag. About Diego, you don't need to worry anymore.
What about my esteem within the camp?
I've talked to a few people.
And?
Scatty told me you defeated Kurgo, but he was greatly impressed that you defeated Karim. He wouldn't stop talking about you at all. Whistler told me the story about Fisk. Well, if I was you, I would have taken the ore and cleared off. But anyway, he thinks a great deal of you. Sly told me that you found Neck. He seemed to be really content. Fingers told me that you've already learned a bit, but he thinks you can still improve your skills. You've really managed to get the recipe from Colom. Dexter is very impressed, and so am I. Thoris says we could make use of someone like you. That's very good for you. You've found enough people to speak in your favor. You also passed the test of faith. Go to Thoris. I've already told him everything. He'll let you go to see Gomez.
What do I have to do when I meet Gomez?
Gomez's decisions are made from gut instinct. He'll look at your mug, and then he'll make up his mind if you can join. From now on, you'll have to get by on your own. Make the best of it. Good luck.
Diego says I'm ready to see Gomez.
That's my decision.
And what do you decide?
I must admit, you seem to have done most things okay. Okay, you can see Gomez. He alone will decide whether you get to join us or not. From now on, you're on your own, kid.
Hold it, what are you doing?
I want to go in.
Are you kidding?
Why don't you ask Thoris?
I will. If you're lying, you're as good as dead.
Are you saying I can go in?
Yeah, get moving.
What can I do for you?
Who are you?
I'm Raven, Gomez's right-hand man. Anyone who wants to see Gomez has to talk to me first.
I want to see Gomez. Thoris says I'm to be taken on as a shadow.
We're always on the lookout for good men. You seem to have your wits about you. You might be okay. I'll take you to Gomez. Follow me. And don't touch anything. Gomez is over there. If you don't show him some respect, I'll take pleasure in teaching it to you personally. Have you got that?
I have come to offer my services.
What makes you think we're interested in your services?
I have stood the test of faith, and Thoris says I'm worth it.
You wouldn't have gotten in here alive if that weren't so. I hope that's not the best you can do.
There's only blackheads around here. on the lookout for newcomers to pass their jobs on to instead of doing them themselves.
That may be true, with few exceptions. Still, it's no reason to hire another blockhead.
I've been traveling around the colony a lot, and I have contacts in all of the camps.
Now that could prove useful. Who are you in contact with?
Kor Kalam.
And?
A few of the Bowels in the Brotherhood's camp.
And?
Laris.
And?
A couple of the fences in the new camp.
And?
Those were the important ones.
Not bad. For a beginner, you shall have your chance.
Does that mean I'm in?
You bet it does. You're one of us now, kid. Raven will fill you in on everything.
Gomez says I'm in.
Great. In that case, you can prove your worth with the first task. It shouldn't be too difficult for you, provided your connections are as good as you say.
What do you want me to do?
We do a lot of trade with the Brotherhood. That doesn't mean to say we trust them. Go to the swamp. When you get to the camp, keep your ears open. Anything you pick up might be useful for us. The more you find out, the better. It'll take a bit of tact, if you know what I mean.
Keep cool. I'm not going to get them angry.
I knew you'd understand.
Where can I get better equipment?
Go and see Diego. He'll give you some armor. It'll stop you from getting killed, and it'll serve as an ID at the same time. Your armor should give you access to all the places you need to go. If you need any weapons, go and talk to Skip. You'll find him in the big shed right at the back, left of the castle courtyard.
Hello, friend.
Who are you?
Bartholow's the name. I see to it that the ore barons get their supplies. I'm in charge of the lot, from weed supplies to food and provisions for the women. Also, it's my job to make sure those idiotic cooks do their job right. They should be grateful. Gomez won't put up with any crap. He fed the last 2 cooks to the lurkers in the river.
Who are you?
I'm Arjo.
What do you do around here?
I'm Gomez's bodyguard.
You don't talk much, do you?
Nope.
Hello.
Who are you?
They call me Scar.
What's your job?
Me and Arto make sure nobody gets to see Gomez unless they're invited. And I make sure the women don't get restless.
When they threw me in here, I saw a woman being brought down with the goods.
So what?
Is she here?
Look, in case you're interested in her, let me give you some advice. Forget her. She's only just got here, and Gomez has her locked in his room. When he's done with her, he might just send her down, but for now, she's his, so you better take your mind off her.
Is there anything you can tell me about Gomez?
All you need to know is that he's the most powerful man in the colony. He gets what he wants, but all he really wants is power.
Hello.
I'm looking for the High Magician of the Circle of Fire.
That is Caristo. What do you want with him?
I have a letter for the High Magician of the Circle of Fire.
Are you a messenger from the outside world?
Yes. A magician gave me the letter shortly before they threw me into the colony.
Show me the letter.
Here it is.
This letter is addressed to Zardis.
What's so exciting about that?
Zardis has not been a servant of Innis for ages. He left us some years ago and turned towards black magic. He lives in a tower in the middle of the Orkland and concentrates on his studies. He said he would go his own way to find out what went wrong with the barrier. Wait here. I'll be back in a moment. Caristo was beside himself with delight. He said that you may go to Torres and choose your reward.
Where can I find Torres?
He is in front of the temple building all day. At night, he is inside like all the others. But only magicians may enter the temple house, so you can only speak to him during the day.
Tell me something about the Magicians of Fire.
The Circle of Fire takes its powers from the grace of Innis. The God of Light, Truth, and Justice watches over us. The magicians consider themselves to be the chosen ones, and that's how they treat others. I was lucky to be admitted. Caristo made me his apprentice. He probably just wanted some entertainment. Since then, I've been trying to improve my magic skills every day in order to be admitted to the next circle.
Greetings.
Greetings, magician.
May Innos watch over you. I trade in magic knowledge, and I can show you how to increase your magic powers.
What do I have to do to become a magician?
Talk to Master Caristo, if he has time for you.
Caristo sent me. I've passed the letter on to him, and I'm to choose my own reward.
You have done us a great service, and you shall have your reward. Choose carefully.
I would like to have the potion.
A wise choice. You have picked the most precious of all gifts. Drink the potion, and your power will grow.
How's venturing in the magic arts?
That's none of your business.
For Gomez!
I've done it. At last I belong to the camp.
Congratulations, kid. You'd better stick close to Diego from now on. Only go to Gomez or Raven if you have something really important to say.
How are you doing?
We're not having much trouble from the new camp. I'm more worried about those sect loonies.
I'm glad you're here. I have news for you.
Good news, I hope.
Our Brotherhood's planning a really big thing.
What are you planning? To break out?
The gurus are trying to contact the Sleeper, but they need something to unite their powers.
Oh, and?
They need a magical object. A focus.
What's that got to do with me?
Talk to Iberian. He's the most powerful man around here. This is the opportunity to attain his favor.
Where do I find him?
Go to the temple. He rarely leaves it. Probably he feels closer to the Sleeper in those cold ruins. May the Sleeper protect you.
Stop! You can only enter the Temple Hill if you have a guru's permission.
The novice Lester sent me. I shall offer my services to Iberian.
Lester is trustworthy, I know him. You may pass.
How's it going?
Since I've become one of the chosen protectors of the faith, I feel better than I have ever done before.
Sounds pretty important.
You're an infidel. You don't understand.
Greetings, Master Iberian.
Ah, I know your face.
Impossible. We've never met before.
But I thought, well, what do you want?
I heard you were looking for something.
That's right. We need a magical focus. We sent the novice Nyras to collect the focus, but he hasn't come back yet. You could check up for me what has happened.
Why is the focus so important?
It is a magical object which can concentrate our spiritual powers. It is one of the 5 focus stones used by the mages to erect the barrier. In a vision I saw that we need to use the power of the focus.
Sounds like quite an interesting vision.
My vision was a sign from the Sleeper. We can reach him with the focus.
Where shall I begin to search?
Leave the camp, turn right, and go up to the tall cliff. Go beyond the forest until you can see the sea. There, you'll find the focus.
I'll bring the focus back.
Take this map. The location of the focus is recorded on it.
Scram! You have no business to be here.
I'm searching for the focus.
Unfortunately, you're too late for that. I've already found it. And I'm keeping it for myself. The Sleeper talked to me last night and made me his only tool. Now I'll only serve the Sleeper. No more Templars or Gurus. Only me alone. Die!
I found the focus.
Excellent. You have done us a great favor. Now, take the focus back to Cor Kalom. He'll know what needs to be done.
The novice Nyras has gone mad. He said that the Sleeper had talked to him and chosen him as his only servant. Then he attacked and tried to kill me.
The might of the Sleeper is so vast that unprepared souls despair over it. Only we gurus, in our years of meditation, have achieved the spiritual strength to bear the voice of the almighty Sleeper.
What about some kind of reward?
Since you're not a member of our Brotherhood, I will reward you. Take this amulet as a sign of my gratitude.
Iberian sent me. I have the focus.
Ah, the focus, at last. Now I can study the magic of these artifacts. If I only had enough secretion. Damn!
Secretion?
Yes. As you must know, I produced the magic potions for the invocation of the Sleeper. For this purpose, I need the secretion from the Mindcrawler's mandibles. You know what Mindcrawlers are, don't you?
Yes.
Very good.
Speak on.
Well, just a short time ago, I had a vision of the Sleeper himself. He gave me a sign. He made me understand that there is a means other than the secretion from the mandibles, and he chose me to pass on this mission. You're not getting this mission from me. You're getting it from the Sleeper.
Impossible.
Be silent, fool! He made me understand that the path I have embarked upon is right, but the means aren't strong enough. The right means can be found with the Mindcrawlers, but the mandibles are not sufficient. There must be something else.
Have you never examined the Mindcrawlers? I mean, maybe there's another body part which contains more of the secretion.
Of course, we have taken some Mindcrawlers apart, but only their mandibles seem to contain the secretion. There must be something else. Find their nest, and you'll find the answer.
Where will I find the Mindcrawlers?
In the old mine.
What's the best way to fight the Mindcrawlers?
There are Templars in the mine. They hunt the crawlers for their mandibles. Speak to Gornavid. He will help you.
How can I find the nest in the mine?
That's the hardest part of the mission. I can't tell you where to search, nor what to search for. But the Sleeper will be with you.
Well, that's a comfort. Looks like this might become quite a bloody adventure.
Take these potions with you. I am not giving them to you because I want you to stay alive, but because this task needs to be done.
Iberian said you'd pay me if I brought you the focus.
Really? He said that? Well then, I suppose 50 ore should be enough.
I'll be seeing you.
May the Sleeper enlighten you.
Teach me how to handle one-handed weapons more skillfully.
Okay, you know the basics. Holding the weapon lower down will let you put more force into your first strike. Use the swing, remember? Okay, now you need to use your body more. When you've struck twice, spin around. That'll confuse the opponent and put you in an excellent position. Then bring your blade across from right to left once more. And back to the front. Don't forget, practice makes perfect. So get going and master the art of one-handed fighting.
For Gomez!
There must be a nest of Mindcrawlers somewhere here.
There are probably dozens of nests here.
Listen, I need to get to this nest now.
I don't have time to see to it now. Our masher doesn't work anymore. The gear wheel broke a few hours ago. I've no idea where to get a new one. Just get me a gear wheel, then I'll see to your problem.
A gear wheel? Where am I supposed to get that?
No idea. I'm as much at a loss as you are. But there's an old broken masher in a side shaft. Maybe you'll be lucky there.
I have the gear wheel.
Hey, well done. I think that'll work. Now, what about you? You're looking for the nest of the Mindcrawlers. Just go to Ascan and tell him to open the gate, so you can search the dark shafts. Just tell him everything's gonna be fine. Then he'll know that I've given you permission.
There must be a nest of Mindcrawlers here somewhere.
The whole bloody mountain is just one big crawler nest.
Why have you closed the shaft?
It didn't matter how many crawlers we killed. More and more just kept coming out.
Sounds like there must be a nest somewhere near. Let me open the gate.
No, this gate can only be opened with Ian's permission. Nothing will be done before.
Hey, Ashkan, you may open the gate now.
I've already told you, only if Ian...
Ashkan, everything's going to be fine. And best regards from Ian.
Well then, if Ian is responsible for this, but only under one condition.
What condition is that?
Just get me 2 or 3 Templars for support. I don't want to be here on my own when the crawlers come out of the shaft.
I know where the crawler's nest is. I'm going there to get something for Kalam, so he can brew a stronger potion.
Then you'll need my blade. I'll join you.
Good. We'll meet at the big passage. I need your help. I'm looking for secretion for Kalam, and I know where the crawler's nest is. Will you be there when the passage is open?
When fighting crawlers, it often costs a lot of blood. If you bring me a healing potion, you can count me in.
Here, maybe that'll help.
Thanks. You can count on me. We'll meet down below with Ascan.
I'll be there. I need your help. I'm looking for secretion for Kalam, and I think I know where the crawler's nest is. If we open the passage, will you be there as well?
The crawler's nest. Finally, my sword is at your service.
All preparations have been made. The gate can now be opened.
Okay then. Open the shaft now. We'll let the show begin.
I found the crawler nest.
Wonderful. Now go back to the camp and finish this mission. Cor Kalam will be waiting for you.
I found the nest of the Queen.
I thank you in the name of the entire Brotherhood. May the Sleeper continue to hold his protective hand over you.
I found the nest of the Queen.
You've shown courage and spirit. We need people like you.
The mine crawler shouldn't be a threat anymore.
That's good news. I'll just send a messenger to Thoris.
I found the nest.
Then we'll finally have peace and quiet here again. No offense. Good work, boy. Here, take this crate of beer for your efforts.
Hey, you did a good job with the crawlers. You deserve to be admitted as a guard now. Just go over to the old camp and speak to Thoris about it.
Hey, I'm glad you're here. Thoris wants to see you.
What does he want?
I'm sure he'll tell you soon enough.
For Gomez!
You have something to tell me?
Yes. What you did in the mine not only shows some courage, but it also proves your strength and your fighting skills. I'm ready to accept you into the ranks of the guards. I'm giving you a chance. What do you say?
I want to become a guard.
I'm glad to hear it. But first I must tell you something that I tell all new recruits. Listen carefully. I shall say this only once. So far, you've tried to get by on your own. Those days are over now. My boys stick together. We guards protect the ore barons, the ore, the camp, and the mine. The diggers collect the ore, but we make sure that they don't get eaten by crawlers. The ore barons negotiate with the king, but we're the ones that protect them. Day and night we're in the mine. Day and night we stand at the gates of the camp and make sure folks get to sleep peacefully. We were a wild bunch when we started out here, but now we're a force to be reckoned with. We've all worked hard to build up this life for ourselves. I only expect one thing from my boys, that they stick together. Only by standing together will we be able to hold on to what we have, and to survive. You'll learn everything else in due course. Be ready and help out wherever help is needed or something needs to be done. Go and ask Stone to give you some armor and a sword. You'll find Stone in the blacksmith shop in the inner ring.
For Gomez.
I need armor.
So, Thoris has accepted you, huh? Congratulations. Another one eager to stick his neck out for Gomez. Oh well, what do I care? Here, take this armor and sword. Welcome to the guards. Who have we here? Ain't you the guy I baptized earlier? What do you want? You come back for more?
I've come to stuff your big mouth for you.
Ha! Well, come here and give it a try, sonny.
I found eggs belonging to a crawler queen.
I knew it. My vision was a sign. The queen's eggs must contain the strong secretion. Excellent. With it, I can create a potion to contact the sleeper.
What about my reward?
Oh, right. Thank you.
I mean a tangible reward.
Okay. What do you want?
A healing potion.
May this potion prolong your life.
Can we start invoking the sleeper now?
No. I haven't found a method to charge the focus yet. We are missing the ancient knowledge about these artifacts.
Do you mean to say I collected the eggs for nothing?
No. Listen to me. There is an almanac which contains what we need to know. We bought the book off the fire mage Caristo from the old camp. However, it was stolen when they tried to bring it here from the old camp. I had charged Talas, a novice, with collecting the book for me, but he was robbed. He let me down, but I've given him another chance. He must get the stolen almanac back. Talk to him. He'll need any help he can get.
Where can I find Talas?
He's in the forecourt, at the Temple Hill, trying to get people to help him.
Who stole the almanac?
Talas told me he was mugged by black goblins. It sounds strange, but not impossible.
What will I get for it?
Have I not already proven my generosity to you? You will receive a just reward.
You're Talas, the one who was mugged?
Leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it.
I can help you to bring the almanac back.
Really? I was mugged by goblins, and now I'm supposed to go there and get the book back. I have a suggestion to make. I'll show you the way to the almanac, so you can get it back.
Give me 50 ore and I'm in.
What? That's robbery. All right, then. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready. We can leave now.
Okay. Follow me. Those damn little beasts live in a cave behind this bridge. Be careful.
You're not coming with me?
I'll wait here and, cover our retreat. You have the almanac. Well done. Let's go back to the camp. We're back. You better take the almanac to Cor Kalom right away.
Just watch out you don't stress yourself out.
Don't worry, I sure won't. There's no need to worry about me.
I found the book.
Good work. You have all we need. I'll complete the preparations now.
Where will the invocation take place?
Wait till nighttime. Then come to the temple courtyard. We will gather there to invoke the Almighty Sleeper.
The long time of waiting is now over. Through his immeasurable powers, the Sleeper has led us to this place so we can witness his awakening. The artifact he showed us in a vision will focus our spiritual powers. Unite your thoughts so the Sleeper will hear our prayers, for his is the path that leads to freedom, and we are his chosen people. May the Sleeper awaken!
Master, what has happened? What have you seen?
He wanted to show us the way to freedom.
Yes, what about it?
Was it the path to freedom?
Silence! It is obvious. The path to freedom leads through the orcs. The Sleeper has shown us a place. We must find it. Not far from here, there is an entry to an orc cave. We'll start searching there. The Sleeper will be with us.
What does that mean? Shall we fight these monsters?
I'll go with the Templars. You novices shall pray for us.
What happens now?
The vision was very vague. It brought us more riddles than answers. But one thing was perfectly clear. I saw an orc in a cave. There is an old abandoned orcish place of worship nearby. The orcs used to bury their dead there. That's why we call this system of caves the Orc Cemetery. The Guru Baal Lakor has gone there with some Templars. Maybe we'll find something there to help us understand the vision. I need somebody to have a look around that place and to report to me about the situation.
Why don't you go yourself? You are the leader of the Templars.
My task is to protect the Enlightened One. I must stay here with Iberian and guard him. You have done good service for the camp. I trust you more than anybody else here. I'm asking you to go to the Orc Cemetery and report to me what the Templars have found.
I'll get on my way right now.
Before you go, take this ring. May it protect you in battle.
Where is the Orc Cemetery?
Not far from here. The novice Talus knows the way. You'll find him in the temple courtyard. He'll guide you there.
Cor Angar sent me. He said you should take me to the Orc Cemetery so I can find Bal Licor and his Templars.
So I'm the gopher again. Damn. I just should never have lost that almanac. Well then, come with me. I'm not taking you across this bridge. I don't want to commit suicide. You must be mad to go in there. Even Bal Licor and his Templars didn't get out again.
We'll see what happens. Go back to the camp. I'll be there later.
Thanks for your help. You really arrived in the last moment.
I came across some dead Templars on the way here. What happened?
Master Cor Angar sent us here to investigate the caves. We expected to find nothing but stuffy graves and half-decomposed mummies. Suddenly, the darkness shifted and there were orcs everywhere. I don't know what they're looking for here, but their appearing here is more than unusual.
Where are the other Templars?
Dead. I unwittingly led them to their destruction. I hope the Sleeper will pardon me.
Cor Angar sent me. Have you found any sign of the Sleeper?
Not so far. But what about Iberian? Has he come to yet?
No, he's still unconscious.
We need to solve the riddle of these caves. After all these dreadful losses, I can't go back to the community empty-handed. But my fighting skills are limited, and the orcs don't react to my magic spells like the gullible people in the old camp do. If our Brotherhood sent you, maybe you could help me with the further investigation of this tomb.
I'll help you.
Good. Excellent. There are 3 tunnels leading out of this hall. We should search them all. Go ahead. I'll follow you. We can't go on here. Maybe these niches bear hints.
I found a piece of parchment.
It looks like an orcish spell scroll, but it's been torn in 2. There must be another half somewhere. This tunnel leads to a dead end. Maybe you'll find some clues here that'll help us further.
There is a torn piece of parchment here.
Very good. It's the other half of the orcish spell scroll.
What do we do with the 2 pieces now?
The 2 halves match, but I can't translate these orcish signs. Hang on. This is interesting.
Well, I can't find anything interesting in this place.
Be silent and take a look at the ornamental runes in this cave. Yeah, these should suffice to translate the 2 halves of the parchment. I have it. It's a teleportation spell. It seems that it can only unfold its powers in a certain place. Strange. This place has a special aura. The aura of the hidden.
This hall reminds me of the image in the vision.
The vision. We're very close to our target. Behind this wall. That must be it. My magic powers are still very weak. Use the orcish teleportation spell here, in front of this wall. found the hidden place. My instincts have not deceived me.
And does the answer to the strange invocation of the sleeper really lie here? It looks more like another burial chamber to me.
We need to proceed. Go ahead. I'll follow you. No! This can't be true. There's nothing here but dust and bones. No! Master, speak to me. Sleeper, reveal yourself. No!
That was it. Now he's gone completely crazy.
This is all your fault. Your unholy presence has enraged the almighty Sleeper. Now I shall have to suffer for your sacrilegious behavior. I need to make a sacrifice for the Master. A human sacrifice! Then he'll be sure to enlighten me and make me his servant. Die, infidel!
I've been to the Orc Cemetery. There was nothing there. No sleeper, no sign, no nothing.
What about Baal Lucor and the Templars?
They're all dead.
Dead? But why? What happened?
The entire cave system is teeming with orcs. They killed all of the Templars. Baal Lucor and myself survived, but suddenly Baal Lucor went mad. He screamed that the sleeper had ordered him to kill me, and he intended to obey this order.
It would appear he couldn't handle the fact that he hadn't found anything. I don't believe that the influence of the sleeper can cause such violent deeds. It cannot, irrelevant. The most important thing is that Baal Lucor did not succeed in his madness. Iberion is our only hope now.
How is Iberion doing?
He won't wake of his own accord, and he is growing weaker and weaker. I know how to wake him up, but I need your help.
What do you want me to do?
Get me the healing herbs from the swamp. 5 of the strongest kind should be sufficient. Please, hurry.
I have the healing herbs for Iberion.
Well done. Iberion woke up for a short time while you were out.
Did he say anything?
Yes, he said that the sleeper is not what we think he is. We must try not to awaken him again. All we can do is hope that it is not too late for Iberion.
That wasn't very clever.
Iberion is dead. Our spiritual leader has left us. Even your quick help could not prevent his death.
What now, Kor Angar?
I have always trusted Iberion. Shortly before he died, he placed all his hopes on the escape plan of the Magicians of Water.
Then we should support the Magicians of Water in their plan.
They'll need the Focus and the Almanac. Both things are still in Kor Kalam's possession.
Where is Kor Kalam?
In a rage, he set out with a couple of Templars to find his own way to the sleeper.
Damn, how can we get the Focus now?
I believe he left a book and Focus in his laboratory. Here is the key for the chest. Take this rune of magic as a sign of our gratitude for your great deeds. This will allow you to teleport fast and easily to the courtyard of our temple whenever the need arises.
Thank you. I just thought I'd report in.
Good. I like being kept up to date.
The Great Invocation has taken place.
You have done well.
How's the ore trade going?
The old mine's doing well. The last load of supplies from the outside world was massive.
I want to learn how to handle a two-handed sword.
Okay, let's go through the basics first. Hold the sword in a horizontal position. You'll need more swing to attack your opponent with such a heavy weapon. Raise your arm and swing it straight down. That's usually enough to knock the opponent down. Use the momentum of the weapon to bring it straight back up again. Two-handed swords are ideal for coordinating side hits to keep opponents at a distance. That should do to begin with. Have a practice. Ah, it's you. My friend Lester from the swamp camp told me all you did there. For somebody who hasn't been here for long, you've come quite a way.
I came quite close to becoming worm food a few times, too. I have an important message for the Magicians of Water.
Then you should talk to Satyrus. He's the highest of the water mages and spends all day studying some writings or other. But no matter how important your message is, the guards of the upper level won't let you through to him.
Can't you put in a good word for me?
I can't, but Kronos, the Keeper of the Ore, might be able to give you permission.
Where can I find this Keeper of the Ore?
If you proceed from here, you'll come across the big dwelling cave behind the dam. Kronos is usually at the grid over the big ore mound. But he's a bit arrogant. You'll have to convince him that your message is important.
I have an important message for Satyrus.
What could be so important that our spiritual leader should interrupt his important studies for it?
Kor Kalam has left the Brotherhood with some fanatical Templars. He wants to find the sleeper on his own and wake him up at all costs.
I've never trusted him, second guru or not. He's vain, insidious, and he's capable of anything. The Brotherhood is better off without him. I'll tell Satyrus about it as soon as I get the chance. Leave now.
Iberian, the leader of the sect camp, is dead.
What? How could that happen?
The Brotherhood performed a ritual, invoking their god. It seems the mental strain was too much for Iberian.
That's very sad. Iberian was a reliable ally. But it's no reason to justify interrupting Satyrus' studies.
The gurus have recognized that they're praying to an evil archdemon.
All of a sudden, they now think their sleeper is a demon? Sounds like another mad idea of the Brotherhood, but should they be right, all of us in the colony here might be in grave danger. You must report to Satyrus at once. He must decide what is to be done.
Where can I find Satyrus?
Go to the upper level. Tell the guards there that you have my permission to pass. The password is Tetriandoch. Satyrus is by the pentagram. He spends almost all day there, studying how to blow up the big ore mound. Stop! Nobody may pass without the password.
The password is Tetriandoch.
That's right. You may pass.
Who are you?
I am Nefarious, magician of the Circle of Water.
Where can I find Satyrus?
Go through the big round gate. You'll find him there.
I have important news from the Brotherhood's camp.
If Kronos gave you permission to visit me, it must be important news indeed.
Iberian is dead. He died during the ritual invocation of the sleeper.
Iberian dead? That's bad news. Very bad news indeed. Who's leading the Brotherhood now? That power-hungry and deceitful Kor Kalam?
No, Kalam has turned his back on the Brotherhood. He's taken some Templars with him. Nobody knows where they've gone.
Why is that? He was in second place after Iberian.
Certain events have convinced the gurus that their way is the wrong one. Their god seems to be an evil archdemon. One of the gurus nearly killed me under the influence of the sleeper, although I had saved his life just briefly beforehand. Kor Kalam was the only guru who didn't want to admit the true nature of the hellish creature. That's why he's left the camp in the swamp.
I see. Well, at least we're lucky in this regard. Korangar is a good man. He's tough, but honest. If anybody could prevent the Brotherhood from falling apart after this spiritual catastrophe, he can.
I have this focus.
You're holding the key that can unlock all our bonds. It's one of the 5 focus stones which were used to create the magic barrier. And with the help of the very same focusing power of these stones, we'll tear down the Great Wall of Energy.
But won't that use up an awful lot of power?
True. But in all these years, we've untiringly collected ore, instead of trading it for luxuries with our jailers. As you must know, each ore nugget contains a certain amount of magic power. With the aid of the energy thus amassed in the ore mound, we'll be able to destroy the magic barrier.
Sounds dangerous.
The explosion will be merely of a magical nature. It will only destroy everything that's been modified by the magic inside the barrier. There is no danger to us human beings.
Here, take the focus. I hope it really will be of some use to your plans with the ore mound. I have this almanac. Iberian used it to charge the focus.
Very good. We need the knowledge contained in this book to charge the 5 original focus stones. I'll take the almanac.
What are you going to do with the focus and the almanac now?
Nothing. We need the 4 remaining focus stones first. Unfortunately, we don't have any of these 4 magic stones.
I'm willing to find the 4 remaining focus stones for you. After all, I'm quite keen on getting out of here sometime myself.
I must warn you, Searching for them will prove as difficult as it will be dangerous. Since conflict with the old camp is getting worse every day, I cannot give you any mercenary either. You'll be totally on your own.
Well, that's nothing unusual for me. I'll find a way to organize these things.
Your confidence does you credit, but you'll need some items to assist you. Take this map here. It's old, but on it you'll see the original locations of the focus stones when the barrier was created. Also, this spell scroll will enable you to travel back to our camp faster. Finally, you need to speak to Riordan. He brews the potions for the camp. You'll find him in his hut, here, on the upper level. May you return in one piece?
Greetings, magician.
I am Riordan, the alchemist. I gather you want a potion?
Satyrus sent me.
Ah, come here. I've already been informed. Here, take these potions. They're potions of all kinds. Now go and bring us the focus stones. These artifacts are our only hope.
Greetings. My friend Lester from the swamp camp told me about your great deeds there. I am impressed. You've become very strong.
I do my best.
Ah, yes. Always modest, aren't you?
I'm looking for a focus stone. It must be here somewhere.
That almost sounds as if we were both looking for something in the same place.
What are you doing here?
There is an ancient ring of stone not far from here. In its center lies the entrance to an underground vault.
Some sort of tomb?
Yes, something like that. There is something in that tomb that I'd like to have.
Why don't you go down into the tomb and get what you're looking for?
Oh, that's a long story. I'd have to go a long way back to explain.
Go ahead. I'm in no hurry.
All right. After the creation of the magic barrier which imprisons us all, one of the magicians sealed a magic artifact down there.
Is this artifact one of the 5 focus stones?
Exactly. So you already know the story of the 5 focus stones?
Don't tell me you're after the focus stone as well.
No, I'm not interested in the focus stone. I'm looking for an orcish talisman.
What about that talisman?
I believe its former owner used it to defend himself against angry orcs. If I'm right, the talisman may be of great use.
The artifact was sealed away?
Yes, a powerful spell protects it. The first grave robber trying to swipe the focus will be cursed and doomed to an existence as a restless undead. We'll have to protect the tomb from other grave robbers.
How can you get past that curse?
There will be no need for that now. Some years ago, an ore baron out pleasure hunting for orcs was careless enough to enter the tomb. Now he is the guard of the treasures down there.
We should seek out the tomb together. You get the talisman, and I'll have the focus stone.
All right, but there is one little problem.
A problem?
Yes, the guard down there in the tomb.
Can't he be cut into handy little pieces?
That wouldn't be too easy. He seems to be extremely resistant against the effects of normal weapons.
Let me guess, you already got a plan, right?
Well, I have a plan, but I can't carry it out on my own.
Tell me.
I have a spell scroll with a very powerful spell here. The spell will destroy all the undead who fall under it.
Then it should be child's play to take out the tomb.
Well, not quite. The guard is not on his own any longer. Probably later grave robbers who were no more successful than he was. I went down there once and I was nearly killed. One man on his own cannot do much there.
Give me the spell scroll and we'll do it together.
Good, very good. I hoped you would say that. However, we only have one spell scroll. Use it for the guard. The other undead can be defeated in normal fights as well.
I see. Well, which way leads to the Ring of Stone?
Follow me. Here we are. The tunnel here leads directly to the tomb.
Then let's go and visit the guard.
Good. You have the talisman.
Here, take it. That was our deal.
Thank you, my friend. I never forget anybody who helped me. I'll go back to the old camp. Perhaps we'll meet there.
Hey, what are you doing here?
I came here by order of the Magicians of Water. I'm looking for magical artifacts, so-called focus stones.
You're looking for the focus stones? You're really brave.
Satyrus and the other magicians from the new camp want to use it to detonate the barrier in order to free us from this imprisonment.
I'll believe that when I see it with my own eyes.
I feel the same, but tell me, Why did you come here?
I'm weighing up if it's worthwhile paying a visit to the mountain fort. You know, there is a document I'd like to get. On the other hand, it's quite risky to go in there.
How did you manage to get past that living mountain?
I've learned a lot from the gurus. Their magic can be really helpful.
This document you're looking for, what is it?
Many years ago, the lord of this area lived in this mountain fort. He controlled the land and the mines. Like any other aristocrat, he had, of course, a document to verify his tenure. And I'll get this document.
But as long as we're being kept in here by the barrier, it won't be worth anything.
That's right. But if the water mages manage to destroy the barrier, the document might become quite valuable again.
We could have a look around the fort together.
That's a good idea. You go first. I'll stay near you. Look. Looks like the focus you're looking for is up there.
Right, looks like a focus platform. It's not that easy to reach it. I found the document.
Hey, well done. Take these magic scrolls as a reward. With them, you'll be able to reach the focus. I'll wait for you down by the focus platform.
How can I reach the focus?
Master Iberian used to say, a student tries to move things with his hands and feet. The master moves them with his spiritual powers. Now both of us have what we wanted. I'll stay here to read the old books.
We'll meet again.
Hi, Greenhorn. As you can see, the colony is quite a small place. You can't help bumping into people all the time.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm trying to track down an old legend.
Legend?
Yes, Milton, my pal from the old camp, told me that monks used to live here. Of course, that was long before the barrier was created. It said they worshipped a god who gave them the power to turn into animals. I'm sure there are still treasures from the old times here. What brings you here?
I'm looking for a magic focus. It must be somewhere in this area.
The thing you're looking for might be in the old ruined monastery beyond the canyon.
We could go on together.
Good idea. This area is crowded with snappers. When they're on their own, they're no problem for an experienced hunter. Most of the time they hunt in packs, though. A pack can even tear the cleverest sword fighter to pieces.
So we'll go together?
Okay, but before we cross this log, I'd like to examine the canyon. I'd like to know what's at my back. Come with me. I've discovered a path which will take us there. That's what I call luck. Apparently this used to be a storage cave. Why don't you take the lead now? I just wanted to make sure that we won't be surprised on our return trip. This damn gate. They say nobody in the colony has ever been able to open it. The little beasts over there seem to be the only ones who have managed to get into the inner yard. You actually managed to open the gate. That spell of yours was real clever.
And on we go. Come on.
So you found your magic artifact?
Yeah, I have to take the focus to the Magicians of Water. They need it.
I'll accompany you for a while. Oh, hell! What monster's that over there?
Oh, where did that come from?
Looks like one of those virtually invincible trolls, only smaller. Whatever. If we want to get out of here, we have to get past that beast. That was hard work.
Yeah, we defeated that monster. But if that was just a young troll...
Then you'd rather not bump into its parents, huh?
Something like that.
This is where we go our separate ways. I want to stay here for a while and have a look around. But I'm sure we'll meet again. See you later, my friend.
I want to learn more about fighting with a two-handed sword.
First of all, you need to change your basic stance. Hold the sword vertically, grasp the hilt firmly in both hands, and hold it at the side of your body. Bring it down quickly and swing the blade over your shoulder. Now's your chance to do a quick slash to your right. Your opponent won't have time to come at you. Or bring the sword down from the top left in a forward thrust to drive your opponent back. Spin around to give your next blow the necessary momentum to strike your opponent down. If it isn't enough, use your remaining swing to wield the sword again. When you've finished your attack, block your opponent and wait for an opening to strike again. The key to success is varying your stances and changing positions.
Hey, I thought you were dead.
Sometimes I thought so myself.
A lot of things have happened since we last met. I hear you've contributed a great deal to the final invocation.
Obviously, you're quite well informed.
Better than you think. Now you're looking for the focus?
Yes, there must be one somewhere around here.
I know where to find one. There's just one problem.
I see. What do you want?
You've really learnt your lesson, but that's not what I meant.
No? What's the problem then?
It's 3 tons of a problem. Let's go. You'll understand in a moment. On the left side of this canyon lies the entrance to a cave that leads to the location of the focus.
All right, but first we have to get rid of that monster over there.
Try to find a weak point or another possibility to defeat the troll. I'll attract his attention. That was fantastic! You're really good! And now, go get the focus. I'll make sure that there won't be any other awkward surprises. The winch seems to be jammed. Let me see. Maybe I can fix it. Well, it ought to work now. Get the focus, and I'll wait for you here. Hey, you found the focus! Very good! I think it's time for me to stop by at the old camp again. Good luck.
Make sure you stay alive.
We'll meet again.
I found a focus under the ring of stone.
That's a start. You're doing well. There are still 3 focus stones missing to accomplish our plan. Now go and look out for the remaining focus stones. I see you've used up the teleportation scroll. Here, take a new one.
I found a focus in the mountain fort.
Good. That's the 2nd focus stone you've brought us. We're getting closer and closer to our target. Be brave and fetch the 2 remaining focus stones.
I found a focus in the ruined monastery. Gorn the Mercenary was there. He gave me a hand in searching.
Unbelievable. Now we have 4 focus stones altogether. There's only 1 more missing. Then we'll have them all. You've already done our community a great service. Get the last focus stone, and we'll soon be able to free ourselves.
I found a focus in the Troll Canyon.
Brilliant. Now we have all 5 focus stones. Your deeds are invaluable to our camp. Be assured of my eternal gratitude. Go to Riordian now. He'll give you something for your immense efforts. Speak to Kronos, the keeper of the ore as well. He'll give you another gift from our community.
Satyrus said you had a reward for me?
Ah, come here, come here. Our spiritual leader has told me about your heroic deeds. All the people in the camp, no, the whole colony, are deeply indebted to you. Take this as a modest reward for all your efforts.
Satyrus said you had a reward for me.
As the keeper of the ore, I'd like to give you a small portion of our ore for your great deeds on behalf of the camp. I hope you'll make as good use of it as we do.
Can you blast the ore mound now?
We now have all the artifacts we need to fulfill our plan. But the barrier was created by 12 magicians. There are not enough magicians in the circle of water to control the powerful energies and to guide them onto the right course.
What can we do?
I'm aware that you've already done much for our community. We owe you greatly, but in the interest of all the inhabitants of the colony, I need to ask one more favor of you.
One more favor?
Yes. Go to the old camp and try to win some of the magicians of the Circle of Fire for our cause.
Magicians of Fire? Why should they want to give up their easy life? The destruction of the barrier would rob them of their powerful position.
That is the exact reason why you must accomplish this mission. You know people from all the camps of the colony. Remind the magicians of fire of the old times, when we studied the arts of magic together.
All right then, I'll try to convince the magicians of fire, but I can't promise anything. It seems nearly impossible to me.
You must try. If you do not succeed in this, there is only one other, just one...
One what?
Forget it. You must succeed. Here, take this magic rune. Hand it over to Coristo, the High Magician of the Circle of Fire, as a sign of our trust. With this, he can teleport into this room without passing the guards, anytime he wants. I hope that it will convince our former friends of our good intentions. May you return in one piece.
There was a time when I led a very different life. I was one of the best generals of this country. I've spent my whole life fighting for my country, but the nobles didn't like me because the king listened to my advice, and they knew I posed a threat to their dirty business. I hadn't counted on their insidiousness. They used the king's wife to get me. I was blamed for her pointless murder. King Robar had no other choice. The services I had rendered my country saved me from the gallows, but they robbed me of my freedom. One day I'll be free again, then I shall return and take revenge. I shall have my revenge.
They are all dead, I couldn't help them, I was not there,
Calm down, Milton. What happened?
They killed the magicians of fire, all of them apart from me, and I was close to death as well.
You'd better tell me the whole story from the beginning, one thing after the other.
Okay, keep cool, Milton, keep cool. It all started with the old mine caving in.
The old mine caved in?
Yes. It all happened very fast. Nobody in the mine made it out. The guards blocked the entrance to the mine.
How could the mine cave in?
I have no idea. Some of the diggers who were waiting in front of the entrance said something about a massive earthquake and a huge cloud of dust coming from the tunnel.
Were you there?
Yes. That's where I learned about the cave-in.
What was that you said about the magicians of fire?
I only know that they were killed by the ore barons shortly after the mine caved in. When I returned from our adventure under the Ring of Stone, the guards at the gate suddenly attacked me. They shouted words like traitor and collaborator at me. I had a very narrow escape.
Why would the ore barons want to kill the magicians? It doesn't make sense.
That's right. The guards just didn't give me any opportunity to ask. They drew their swords immediately. Perhaps Diego knows more. He was in the camp when things got worse.
I met Gorn.
Really? Where?
By the old ruined monastery by the sea. The two of us searched it for treasures.
I'm sure he'll tell me all about it when we meet again.
Lester and I took out the mountain fort.
He told me about it. Apparently, you can be trusted.
Where have the four of you been meeting so far?
Oh, here and there. We meet in a lot of different places.
You should hide, far away from here.
No. Diego and I agreed to keep an eye on the two gates and to warn our unsuspecting friends from the other camps. Please talk to Diego.
Where can I find Diego?
He's hiding on the other side of the old camp, near the back gate. Please talk to him.
Traitor? To think we let a thing like you join the guards. Blah!
Hey, what are you talking about, Fletcher?
You're in with that new camp scum, aren't you?
Hold on.
I guess you must have thought we wouldn't figure it out, huh?
Ho! Hold your horses.
No, you hold on! Hold on to your head, cause you're going to be missing it soon! Die, traitor!
Hey, shh, be quiet.
Hello, Diego. I've already talked to Milton on the other side of the camp.
Okay, so you already know what happened. But did you also hear about the planned raid on the free mine?
A raid on the free mine?
That's a long story.
Just tell me about it. It's not the first long story I've had to listen to.
Well then, luckily I was in the ore baron's house when they got the news that the mine had collapsed. Gomez was hopping mad when he heard about the accident, and he was afraid that his position could be at stake.
Of course. Who controls the ore controls the colony as well.
That's right. Since he has no source of income anymore, the goods from the outside world won't come in anymore either. Nobody will work for him if he doesn't get another source of income soon.
And that's the reason for the raid on the free mine?
To be honest, that's Gomez's only chance to maintain his power. 2 hours ago, 24 guards set out for the free mine.
That's mad. I need to warn the new camp.
Then you must hurry up. They'll have almost reached the free mine.
But they never get through the fortifications of the new camp.
They don't need to get through them. A few months ago, they found a path that leads over the mountains and right to the free mine, and nobody else knows about it.
But what happened to the fire mages?
Coristo and the other mages were the only people in the camp to remain rational. They forbade the raid and demanded a settlement with the 2 other camps.
They forbade Gomez to raid the free mine?
Well, yes. Coristo and the others shouldn't have been so self-confident. Gomez didn't trust them anymore and had them perfidiously assassinated.
How could the old mine cave in?
One of the diggers who survived it told us that they were digging, and they hit an underground river on the bottom level. When the water gushed into the mine, one of the supports broke, and the entire upper section collapsed. Only a handful of people managed to escape from the mine.
I've seen the guards in front of the locked gates.
Stay away from them. They'll attack anybody approaching the camp. They are afraid of somebody avenging the raid on the free mine.
What are you and Milton going to do now?
We'll stay here for a while to warn some more friends so they don't bump straight into the guards. But you could do us a favor.
Consider it done. Tell me what you want.
Look out for Lester and Gorn. They need to know what happened here. Tell them that the 4 of us will meet at the same place as always.
If I see them before you do, I'll warn them and send them to your meeting point.
Thanks, my friend. You really seem to be an all right guy. Go now. We'll meet again later.
Take care.
It's the traitor in our midst. Ha! And we called you a guard.
Hold on. What are you talking about, Bloodwind?
So you're in cahoots with the new camp, huh?
No, wait, I'm still...
Guess you must have thought you could go on like that forever.
Stop this nonsense!
Traitors like you must die. Die, traitor!
I'm glad you returned. Something terrible has happened.
Let me guess, the free mine has been assaulted by the guards from the old camp. Nobody saw them coming?
Hang on. How? But of course. You found out about it in the old camp. Gorn arrived here just before you did. What could have caused Gomez to dare to take such an aggressive step? He should be aware that such a heinous act can only provoke war.
The old mine collapsed after water seeped in.
Collapsed? Of course. Then the whole thing makes sense. Gomez has his back to the wall. He's more dangerous than ever. Now that he doesn't have anything left to lose, he'll do anything.
Gomez has had all of the Magicians of Fire killed.
Had them killed? Why in Beliar's name would he do a thing like that?
They were against the attack on the free mine and opposed Gomez.
Then we're all doomed. Without the other 6 magicians, we'll never be able to control the concentrated power of the massive ore mound. But in spite of that, I thank you for passing this dangerous message on to me.
I have been exiled from the old camp because I have helped you.
You don't belong to the old camp any longer? Then I welcome you to our community.
Does that mean the mercenaries will take me on?
Talk to Lee. He'll see to it. Then come back to me.
When you sent me to the Magicians of Fire, you mentioned there was somebody.
Well, I had hoped we could make it without his help, but the way things are developing...
Who is he?
All right. Many, many years ago.
Give me the shortened version, please.
Be patient. Well, when we, the 12 magicians, created the barrier back then, our magic powers were directed and controlled by a 13th magician.
A 13th magician? I thought there were only 12.
Most people who did not experience the early days of the colony believe that. This 13th magician was our leader. All this took place before we were divided into the circles of fire and water. But he left the old camp, which was once the only camp of the colony.
What is this 13th magician called?
His name is Zardus. Hardly anybody remembers the old stories about him. The ones who do just call him the Necromancer.
Why did he leave the old camp?
He started to investigate the invocation of undead and magical creatures. Gomez was not the only one who began to worry. Most of the other magicians opposed him as well, and his unholy deeds.
What happened then?
Unlike Gomez, he was no butcher. so he avoided the conflict and left.
Where is this magician today?
He lives in seclusion, in his tower, in the middle of the Orc land. That's just about the southernmost point of the colony.
I'll make my way to Zardus and ask him for help.
He's the only one that can help us now. If he knows no way out, or doesn't want to help us.
He will.
There is one other problem.
A problem?
Yes. Over the years, we've tried to get in touch with Zardus several times, but it looks like he prefers to remain undisturbed.
What does that mean?
None of the messengers ever return from his tower. You'll have to find a way to get past his creatures.
Looks like this is going to be interesting. How will I get past his creatures?
If I knew that, I would tell you. I'd advise you to do some research in our library. Maybe you'll find something in the old books about the strengths and weaknesses of magically invoked creatures.
I'll rummage through the library, and don't worry, I'll be back. I met Diego and Milton in front of the old camp.
That's good news.
They want to meet you and Lester. At your usual rendezvous?
Thanks. There's nothing more valuable than good friends in troubled times like these. You're almost one of us by now. You're reliable.
What have you got planned now?
Our entire defense strategy will have to be changed. That takes time. Until Lee and his people are ready, I'll join Cord's Provisional Guard.
Are you planning a counterattack?
Not yet, but the day will come. If ever you're looking for me, start here and walk towards the mine. I'll be on guard there.
Do you know where you're heading?
Where?
You're heading straight for Lee, our leader.
What do I need to do to make you let me see Lee?
Nothing. This isn't the old camp. And Lee isn't Gomez. He doesn't need an army of henchmen to hide behind. He can defend himself. We are only here in case he needs us.
You're the boss of the mercenaries, aren't you?
That's right, boy.
Which task do the mages' mercenaries have?
Very simple. Protect the ore, protect the mages. Sometimes the mages have a special task for one of us.
The old camp has banned me. I'd like to join you.
You've done much for our camp. I can make good use of men like you. Let's keep it short. Welcome to the new camp, Mercenary. Here, take some armor. Good that you're here with us.
What do you think about the mine?
They've gone too far. They'll be sorry for it.
I need better armor.
You'll first have to earn your armor. Apart from that, they don't come cheap.
Give me the heavy armor.
This armor is the best piece you'll ever get inside the barrier, and believe me, it's worth the ore.
Lee has admitted me to the mercenaries.
Good. Very good. Then you are now officially a part of our community. Be welcome.
How are you doing?
Hey, what are you doing here?
The old mine collapsed after water seeped in.
So?
All the magicians of fire are dead. Gomez had them assassinated.
It won't be easy to straighten that out.
I met Diego and Milton in front of the old camp. They want a meeting at the usual place.
It was about time!
What happens now?
I'm gonna stay here a bit longer to study the old books.
I don't understand.
Master Iberian used to say, a student tries to move things with his hands and feet. The master moves them with his spiritual powers.
Okay, I get the point.
Take care.
Thank you. I'll be on my way now.
May the sleeper protect you.
Hold on, who's talking to me? You are talking to me? How did you get into my head? You are what? The servant of your master? You seem to be a creature from hell. You want me to be silent? Is your master's name perhaps Zardus? Oh right, so names are not important. Okay, I'll just assume that this here is the Tower of Zardus. I have to talk to your master. Me? Unworthy? What kind of test?
Ah, I understand. Whoever wants to talk to your master must prove worthy first. Hold on, what was that? The proof? Victory over what? Victory over the elements? Stone? Ice? Fire? Here's the heart of a stone golem. What? Right! Worthy proofs! Missing? 2 are still missing? Is this heart of an ice golem the proof? Duality? The second proof? 1 is still remaining? What about this heart of a fire golem? Perfection? I'm worthy? If that's the case, I'd like to speak to your master now. Counter evidence? What kind of counter evidence? A rune? A rune for me? Well, then I'll accept the rune of teleportation as a sign of worthiness. Mortal? Who? Me? Okay, I'm on my way.
Who dares to disturb me in my studies?
My name is...
I don't wish to know your name. It's insignificant. All that matters is that you're the first person in years to have solved my golem's riddles.
I was sent by Saturus. We need your help. The magicians of water plan to use their big ore mound.
The ore mound is not the solution.
It isn't?
No.
Have there been any other visitors?
Not many. And when they began to annoy me, I confronted them with one of my supernatural creatures.
You enjoy being on your own, don't you? All the magicians of fire are dead. Gomez had them assassinated.
That does not surprise me. Those foolish barbarian butchers in the castle, especially Gomez, were never to be trusted. Caristo and the other magicians elected their own hangman when they helped Gomez to usurp the power.
The so-called Sleeper is said to be an evil archdemon. That's what the Brotherhood in the swamp found out. Now the magicians of water believe that everybody in the colony is in great danger.
There is a greater danger than anyone within the barrier could possibly imagine.
If the explosion of the ore mound doesn't avert the great danger...
Forget the ore mound. Its power won't open the barrier. If Caristo and Saturus hadn't wasted their time fighting over foolish and vain issues throughout the past years, they'd all know what I know now.
Which is?
None of the 12 magicians ever stopped to wonder why the formation of the barrier got beyond their control, or why it assumed such gigantic proportions.
Did you find out why that happened?
Well, one thing is certain. The answer lies deep beneath the Orc Town.
The Orc Town?
Orcs are not animals, as many people think. Their culture is as old as the human culture. A few centuries ago, 5 Orc shaman invoked a very old archdemon, which they hoped would give their clan the power to defeat their enemies.
This archdemon, was it the Sleeper?
The Orcs gave him that name much later. But I won't tell you why they did it, or why they are now terrified by this supernatural creature.
Why not?
I believe you could be... No. To be really sure, you'll have to perform another task.
Which task?
Listen carefully. The Orcs have exiled one of their shaman from the dying Orc warrior was no longer able to answer that question when he was interrogated by one of my demons.
What does this Orc shaman have to do with my task?
He'll tell you the rest of the story about the Sleeper.
An Orc shaman is hardly likely to be keen on talking to me.
Do you want me to help you or do you not?
Well, yes, but...
Then never question my words again. Find the shaman. He's not on good terms with his brothers in the Orc Town, so he may listen to you before turning you into a living torch.
Very comforting. Where is this exiled shaman?
Go to the old citadel in the east. You can't miss it. It's on top of a high mountain, which can be seen from a distance.
Can you just enter it?
They call it the old citadel, but there's hardly anything left of it other than the foundation walls. It's been a ruin for many decades.
I will get the answers from this shaman.
My servant has already given you a teleportation rune for the pentagram 1 floor below. That will make it easier for you to get back here later.
Oh, thanks, stranger. Bad orcs won't kill me. Old brothers, today enemies.
Who are you?
Name Urshak. Be son of the spirit. People call shaman.
How do you know our language?
Urshak be slave of humans in mine. Run away. Happened many winters ago.
You were a slave in the mine? Which mine?
Mine be under village in Hollow.
Why do your brothers fight you?
Urshak in disfavor. They smirch creed in Krushak. Believe Krushak bad demon.
What does Krushak mean?
Humans call sleep.
You mean sleeper?
Yes, humans say sleeper.
What do you know about the sleeper?
Be 5 brothers. Be many winters ago. Be sons of spirit, like Urshak.
You mean 5 shaman?
Call Krushak. One defeat clan of enemy. 5 brothers that built temple under earth for Krushak.
A subterranean temple for the sleeper? That's what Zardos must have meant when he spoke about the entrance being in the Orc town. What happened in the underground temple?
Brothers that give heart to Krushak. But Krushak be bad. Krushak curse all who build temple. Brothers have no heart. Be dead and live. Be both. Krushak now have heart of brothers. Heart now be power for Krushak.
What happened to the workers who built the temple?
Krushak curse all. Workers too. Be all dead and live, both at same time.
Didn't the orcs at the surface do anything about it?
They seal temple. Brothers today worship Krushak. Krushak gets sacrifice, so no become bad. Urshak think sacrifice bad thing. I said Krushak bad. Brothers no want to hear. Brothers say Urshak go. Brothers hit Urshak.
I need to enter the underground temple. Can you take me there?
Urshak say thanks to stranger. Stranger save Urshak. But entry of temple be home. Urshak home no can go.
I see. You mean they won't let you go back into the Orc town? Well, looks like I'll have to fight my way through.
Brothers home very strong. Brothers be very many. Stranger no go. Many warriors. Stranger die. Other sons of spirit home. Stranger make fire. Then stranger die.
Okay, but I have to find a way into the temple.
Urshak no way. Stranger wear Ulumulu.
Ulumulu? What's an Ulumulu?
The sign of friendship. Brothers respect Ulumulu. Stranger wear Ulumulu. Then stranger no die.
Where can I get this Ulumulu?
Stranger go see friend of Urshak. Friend of Urshak kill Ulumulu. Stranger wear Ulumulu. Then stranger no die.
Yeah, I have the no die bit all right. But where can I find your friend?
Friend of Urshak in mind of humans. Friend no run away with Urshak. Friend be ill then.
Were you held captive in the old mine?
Urshak no understand.
Were you a prisoner in the abandoned mine?
Urshak no word.
Were you held in the free mine?
Urshak prisoner in mine under village in hollow. Urshak think people call so.
Thanks for your help.
Urshak say thanks to stranger. Stranger save Urshak. Stranger now friend of Urshak. Friend take present. Take Urshak talisman. Talisman protect from breath of fire lizard. Urshak can no go home. Urshak now live here. Friend come when need help.
I may take you up on your offer. I have the answers from the Orc Shaman.
Well, then report.
The 5 Orc Shaman that invoked the Sleeper built him an underground temple. His entrance is in the Orc town.
That's right.
Ungrateful as he was, he tore out their hearts and condemned them and the workers to an eternal existence as undead creatures.
Very good, very good.
The Orcs locked the temple and started making sacrifices to appease the demon.
Have you found a way to enter the temple?
Yes, there's an Orc who...
No details. Go to the underground temple. There you'll find the only way to destroy the barrier.
I don't understand.
Didn't you call on me to help with the destruction of the barrier?
That's right, but...
Then go. A lot of time has already been wasted. Go into the underground temple to find the answer. Have you spoken to Zardos?
The whole thing's not the way you think.
What do you mean? He needs to find a way how to blow up the ore mound.
The ore mound, it's grown very high.
Find Zardos. He needs the help. I'm glad you've come. I've been expecting you.
You've been expecting me? Why?
Gorn asked me to send you to him as soon as you arrived.
What's up?
He has a plan to free the occupied mine.
Is he still guarding the entrance to the mine?
Yes. Please see him as soon as possible.
You're just in time. We're preparing our counterattack. Taking back the free mine is the first step.
The first step? What will be the second?
As soon as the mine is ours again, we'll start looking for the mountain pass that Gomez's people used in the raid. When the pass is closed, the situation will be under control again.
I see. You're planning to retake it with just 4 men? Where are all the mercenaries?
A frontal attack is no good. Gomez's people are too well entrenched for that. But we could run a stealth mission, eliminating one man after another. That could work. Lee asked me to give you a message. As one of our best mercenaries, you have been chosen to carry out this mission. I'll go with you. Together we can make it.
Why me of all people?
You've already proved more than once that you can be brave and clever at the same time. Besides, you know the old camp and the guards better than most of us. You are the best man for this difficult job.
Okay, let's go and teach the unwelcome guests at the mine a lesson.
I didn't expect you to say anything else. Here, take this key. It opens the gatehouse in front of the entrance to the mine. Oh, I nearly forgot. The rogue wolf wants to talk to you urgently before we leave for the mine.
Then I'd better go there now.
You do that. I'll wait for you right here.
Gorn said you wanted to talk to me urgently.
I'm glad you dropped by before you left.
Before I go where?
Before you go to visit the not-so-free mine.
What's up?
I've had an idea how to produce a completely new armor.
Oh, and how's that?
The Minecrawler's armor plates are the hardest material I know. I don't mean the small, harmless specimens found in Gomez's buried mine. No, not them. There's a far more dangerous kind in our mine. The armor of these beasts is nearly impenetrable. If you could bring me some of these armor plates, I could try to make armor from them.
How can I remove the plates from those beasts?
Well, that's quite easy. The back plates are only joined to the body around the edges. Just take a razor blade and cut along the dotted line.
Okay, I get it. I'll see if I can find those armor plates. And you're telling me without wanting anything for yourself?
Not exactly. If I manage to make good armor from these plates, I will. Very quickly. Very much. Oh, forget it.
Let's set out for the mine.
It's time to drive the guards out of there. You go on ahead. I'll follow. Hold on. Do you see all these corpses? You go down to the entrance to the mine. I'll stay here and make sure that we don't get a nasty surprise thrown at us from behind. When you're down there, I'll follow.
Hey, look at that. It's the traitor that switched camps. You shouldn't have got involved with those losers. You'd still be one of us. You should have paid me when you still had the chance.
You've gone too far. It was a dumb idea to attack the mine.
Seems to have worked, though, and you ain't gonna change that, believe me. Hey guys, let's take him out.
Tarak need help. Tarak hurt.
What happened here?
Tarak here captured by blue soldiers. Suddenly red soldiers everywhere. Red soldiers kill everything. Tarak flee here. Red soldiers no go here. Red soldiers fear Gashluk. Please help. Tarak hurt.
What can I do for you?
Tarak needs strong medicine. Tarak else die.
What kind of medicine?
Gashluk poison Tarak. Tarak need medicine. Tarak have medicine, but Tarak lost. Tarak no find.
What does Gashluk mean?
Big animals. Walk on many legs. Gashluk dangerous. Eat orcs and humans.
You must mean the mine crawlers down here. You speak our language?
Tarak slave of humans long time. Tarak listen good.
Are you a friend of Urshak, the shaman?
Urshak be slave like Tarak. Urshak run away. Be gone many winters ago.
Your friend said you could make an ulu mulu for me.
Tarak very weak. No medicine. Tarak die. Stranger bring medicine. Then Tarak help.
I'll get your medicine back.
Tarak very weak. Stranger hurry, else Tarak die.
Here, I found your medicine.
Stranger no bad like other people. Stranger good. Tarak, oh thanks.
Can you give me an ulu mulu now?
Stranger help Tarak, so Tarak help Stranger too. Stranger need Krothak, Kastak, Kvashkar, and Ort Antak. Stranger bring, that Terok make Ulumulu.
What is a Krotak?
Be tongue of fire. Be tongue of fire lizard.
Where can I find a fire lizard?
Fire lizard live home. Home of Terok. Stranger need search. Also find fire lizard on sand near sea.
What does Kaztak mean?
Be horn of shadow beast. Horn sharp as knife and hard as stone.
Where can I find shadow beasts?
Live in forest or cave. No like light. Be very dangerous. Stranger, watch out.
Dwakkar? What is that?
Be teeth of swamp shark. If teeth bite, victim never escape.
Where can I find swamp sharks?
Many swamp sharks in camp of humans. Camp in swamp, of course.
What is an Orth Antak?
Be tooth of big troll. Make big hole in prey.
Where can I find trolls?
Troll live in mountain. Troll love much space. Stranger go seek in North Mountain. But beware of troll fist. If fist strike, then stranger fall off mountain.
I need to move on.
Stranger come again.
Oh man, that was a really tough fight. I'd never have thought Gomez's guards would offer that much resistance.
The main thing is that we've driven them out of our mine again.
I'll stay here and make sure it stays that way.
How's the situation?
Everything's quiet. Nothing moving in the free mine. It can't be long now till Lee sends reinforcements up here. I'll just make myself at home until then. See you later.
I have all 4 items for the Ulumulu.
Stranger, strong warrior be. Give items. Terok make Ulumulu. Here, stranger wear Ulumulu and proud. Terok sleep now.
Thank you. I'll be on my way now.
Stranger have good journey.
That's an interesting orc standard you have there. Is that from the former orc slave in the mine?
It's an orcish symbol for friendship. I want to enter the orc town with it.
I hope for your sake that the orcs will respect this thing. See you later.
I've gathered lots of Minecrawler's armor plates.
Fantastic. I'll get to work immediately.
How long will it take?
I haven't the faintest idea. This is a completely new development, man. Just drop by now and then when you're in the area.
What do you think about the mine? The threat should be no more.
You've done much for our camp. I can make good use of men like you.
Thank you. I'll be on my way now.
One moment. Take this rune of magic as a sign of our gratitude for your great deeds.
Thank you. See ya. How far did you get with the armor?
I finally found a way to fix those armor plates to each other.
Does that mean that the armor is finished?
Yeah, man, here it is. Really seems to be harder than any other armor in our camp.
Thanks. I owe you something.
That's all right. I always find ways of covering my expenses.
Urshak greed friend. Friend have Ulumulu. Be good. Friend no forget carry Ulumulu in hand when go over bridge.
What are you doing so close to the town?
Urshak watch brothers in home. Urshak believe Krushak awake soon. Urshak wait here. Fight Krushak when wake up.
The sleeper will wake up soon? I hope you're wrong. Considering all I've heard of the archdemon so far, I'd prefer him to be asleep. At our last meeting, you told me that your brothers had sealed the temple.
Urshak brothers seal temple in earth very good. Friend no can go in. Friend use magic from brothers who be sons of spirit like Urshak.
Where can I find this magic?
Must go in caves of brothers who be sons of spirit like Urshak. But friend must watch out when use magic. Brothers of Urshak no like. Ulumulu no help when friend use magic. Friend now must take figure from column. Figure now open door to temple hall.
How you doing, my friend?
Urshak be healthy. Urshak now looking find on Ulumulu. Maybe Urshak go home with own Ulumulu. Friend come when need help.
Take care.
An infidel in the house of the Master. Damned be you!
You be damned, you stinky moldy carpet!
Mortal! You dare to disturb my peace? Prepare for the end!
It remains to be seen whose end it's going to be, you worm-bitten meatloaf.
Mortal! Your travels end here with me!
I'll send you traveling first, you moldy maggot's idea of paradise.
Get lost! You aren't wanted here!
And you are gonna stop me?
Yes, I will stop you! You won't prevent Master Callum from awakening the Sleeper! Don't try to attack me! The High Priest has transferred part of his powers to Master Callum and us. Now we are immortal!
I'll show you how immortal you are.
Prepare to meet your creator!
Your long travel will be over. Your mortal body will burn.
Now I don't really think that's such a good idea.
You must turn back here. Nobody may disturb the sleep of my master.
Wrong. Your sleeper will be wide awake soon. Damn, I'm not causing the slightest damage. I need another...
Now, you will die.
I'd better get out of here fast. I have found a way into the underground temple.
You have? That's remarkable. You have become very powerful. Stronger than anybody else inside the barrier. Maybe you really are the man the Orcish prophecies told of.
Prophecies? What prophecies?
Ancient Orcish documents written shortly after the sealing of the underground temple mention a holy foe.
A holy foe?
Someone who shall come to drive the Sleeper from our world forever.
I am supposed to be the one mentioned in the ancient prophecies? You must be wrong, surely.
Maybe, maybe not.
I found this strange sword.
Show it to me. That's interesting. It has Eurythiel written on it. I've heard of this sword. It's a weapon from the olden days, when the human race was still young. The weapon was forged from an unknown material, and there's nothing written about who created it. This blade was said to possess unbelievable powers, but I don't notice any magical aura.
Eurythiel possessed unbelievable powers?
It was written that the owner of the weapon was able to pierce the strongest armor and to overcome even the most powerful of protection spells.
How could the orcs get this powerful weapon into their hands?
It's claimed that the orcs took it from a powerful warlord. They didn't know how to use it, but they did hide it.
But they didn't hide it well enough. Is it possible to restore the former powers of the weapon?
You'd need a very strong magical source of power for that purpose.
You mean strong enough to detonate the magic barrier with?
About that strong. Besides, you'll need a very special magic formula in order to transfer the power. Give me some time, and I'll create the magic formula.
Meanwhile, I'll be hunting around for better armor. These patchwork minecrawler plates have been pierced too often in the underground temple.
You should go to my old tower.
Your old tower?
It sank below one of the eastern lakes during one of the earthquakes. The spires are still visible above the surface. There are still some artifacts inside it. I never made any effort to salvage them.
How do I get there?
I haven't been there since the earthquake, which means you'll have to find a way to enter it yourself. But take this key. It opens a chest in which I used to store some particularly rare artifacts.
What are you doing here? Scoot!
I knew that somebody would try to get at us through the pentagram, but unlike that traitorous Smith, Stone, we don't need you anymore.
Where is Stone?
Behind bars.
You've
But you're gonna be 6 feet under in a minute. Get him, guys, and slice him up.
How did you get in here? Hang on. Aren't you the one that fought our men in the free mine?
Your men had no right to invade it. I just corrected their attack of megalomania.
Talking to me, Gomez, in that way, shows some courage. But it was foolish of you to turn up here like that. I will personally take care that you never get in my way again.
You again? I should have drowned you in the lake the moment I set eyes on you.
I didn't stand a chance back then. Now the tables are turned.
You worm. I only hope you don't make it as easy for me as you did the first time. What do you want? You don't look like one of Gomez's henchmen.
You're right. I'm not with Gomez.
Then how did you get here? Gomez had the key to the dungeons.
He gave it to me.
Are you trying to tell me you're the guy that wiped out Gomez?
That's me.
Boy, I never thought you had it in you. But I'm glad the dirty cutthroat finally got what was coming to him. But why are you releasing me?
I just heard you've been locked away and I thought I'd take the opportunity of getting Gomez out of the way and rescuing you.
Well, thank you. I'm much obliged to you. Come and see me at the smithy. We can talk there. There you are. I owe you for getting me out of that rat's nest, man. You know, I was thinking, there's not much I can give you, so I'll forge something for you. Maybe a ring or some such thing.
Why did they lock you in the dungeons?
Gomez, the bastard, claimed I was in cahoots with the fire mages. The only reason he didn't kill me is because I'm the best smith in the whole old camp. So he threw me into the rat's nest and only let me out when he needed me to make something for him.
Can you reinforce this ore armor for me?
Sure I can. Hand it over and hang on a minute. Here is the reinforced armor. We're quits now.
I see. You're wearing the ore armor.
I found it in one of those old chests in the sunken tower.
It belonged to the general who wielded Eurythiel in the battle against the Yorks.
I hope it'll bring me more luck than it did him. Have you completed the magic formula to reactivate Eurythiel?
It's done, but you won't be able to use it by yourself.
Why not?
It has to be spoken by a magician while you touch the power source with the sword.
Then I'll have to look around for some support.
Take the formula and restore the sword's former power. You'll need it.
Greetings, my friend. I haven't seen you for ages.
Hello, Milton. A lot has happened since we met the last time. I would like to tell you everything, but I don't have the time right now. I'm in a hurry. Milton, I need your help.
What's up? How can I help you?
Let's go somewhere where we can talk.
Fine. Follow me. Now tell me, what is it?
I need the magic powers of the ore mound, and I don't think it would be a good move to ask the other magicians of water.
You're joking.
This is no time for jokes. I'm deadly serious. I've seen Zardas, the necromancer. I'm working under his orders.
Zardas? You're beginning to scare me. Nobody has spoken to him since he left the old camp.
I have.
What do you need the powers of the ore mound for?
I want to transfer them to this sword here.
Wow, what a weapon!
Its name is Eurytziel. Zardas gave me this magic spell to carry out the transfer. You will have to recite it while I bring the sword and the ore together.
It looks as if I only have to read out this spell. But we'll get into trouble with Saturus and the other magicians.
We'll have to take that risk. It really is very, very important. Important for all inhabitants of the colony.
I don't understand.
It will get us out of here. You have to trust me.
All right. After all you have done for us, I trust you completely. Besides, it seems Zardas trusts you as well. Meet me down at the ore mound and don't tell anybody.
Good. Let's meet at the ore mound. See you there.
Have you got the sword and the spell?
Here, take the spell. Are you ready?
As ready as one can be for this crazy plan.
Then let's do it.
It's done.
Unbelievable. The plain gray gem is shimmering bluish now.
Everything I thought that had been cleared up ages ago.
That won't happen again. Rely on somebody, you're in trouble.
That's a good sign. The magic powers of the ore mound really seem to be in the old sword now. But our little operation here seems to have attracted some attention. You should teleport yourself directly out of here.
What about you?
Don't worry about me. I'll think of something. Go now!
I've reactivated Eurytziel.
It's incredible. The sword has regained its former powers. Now you have a really powerful weapon. We don't have much time, so listen carefully.
How did you?
The sleeper is not far. I had to use all my powers to get here. I have translated the Orcus prophecies and discovered what the 5 hearts are about. The 5 hearts of the priest you defeated were placed in 5 shrines. These shrines may be opened, but only the ancient blades carried by the priest can harm the hearts. Now you must pierce the hearts with the 5 blades. Only thus will you be able to drive the sleeper from this world.
I understand.
Hurry, for the awakening of the archdemon is nigh. The crazed Kor Kalam and his misled disciples are here. They have gathered in the Hall of the Sleeper.
I've bled enough. Nobody can stop me now.
The might of the sleeper is growing stronger and stronger. I cannot.
What's wrong with you?
I must.
At last, we meet again. My master has already told me of your arrival. He can sense that you are near.
I'll soon be nearer to him than he would like me to be.
We will not let you foil our plans. The world is about to witness the awakening of the Redeemer, and nobody can stop him. All the infidels out there will pay the price, and you shall have the honor of being the first to pay! Sleeper awaken!
When the sleeper was banished into his own dimension, I returned to daylight. The magic barrier had fallen. But for me, the adventure had only just begun.